I don't know, boys. That was pretty close. My screen shows Dave got it. Dave came in first. Looks like he got it. I think both of you were pretty quick on the trigger, though. Western Star, good morning, brother. Demonetized. Damn good to see you, man. How are you, man? You guys are up early on a Saturday. Well, for me, it's only 7:30 in the morning where I'm at. I don't know which end of the country you boys and girls are at, but it's only 7:30 for me on a Saturday. Figured you guys would all still be sitting in bed, and I'd be out here looking at this by myself. Good morning, Jim. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Jesus, 2-4 for you. What is it? Like 9:10:30? You probably got a beer open already. You got in at 2:20. Well, good on you, man. Camille, good to see you, brother. Good to see you as usual. Those crowns, it's a new thing that YouTube has put on. It's not from me. Like, I don't put it on or anything. It's YouTube. It's the numbers, like right now, 2-4, you've got a crown with a number 2, meaning that you are the second highest chatter. Like, you've got the second most comments in the chat. Camille, looks like Camille's number 2 or number 1. 2-4, now you've dropped to number 3. Dave Edwards is not. Fuck, I can't keep track. I don't know. Every time I look at YouTube, there's something new. I don't have a damn clue. Holler, what's a weekend? For you, brother, it's any day ending in Y. Are you sitting right now, Holler, or are you making deliveries today? Good morning, Miss Shannon. Up and early. No, I think you're on the road, right? You're not at home with the grandbabies. That's a good one. That's actually a really good idea. Demonetized. Yeah, it should be. Crown should be called King of the Lip Flappers. Well, then I'd have the number 1 spot. Haven't got out of bed yet. Well, dude, fuck, get out of bed. It's kind of creepy. Now I'm thinking about you're laying in bed looking at me. There's a creepy element to that. Get out of bed. At least get a coffee into you. Harrison, good to see you, man. Can you smoke? You can smoke. Go ahead, knock yourself out. Yeah, I can smoke too. Spangler says hi. Nice name on there, Spangler. It's a pretty cool little handle you got there, son. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in here. All we're going to do here for a couple of minutes is, well, usually we watch the sun come up, but right now we've got one of those Gone with the Wind, at the end of the movie, well, most of you kids won't know what the movie Gone with the Wind is. Holler might know. Shannon Thomas would definitely know, but most of you guys, at the very end scene of Gone with the Wind, they show a sky that looks similar to this. So we're looking more at the goddamn Gone with the Wind sky here. There's no sun yet. It was up. We had sun, and this came over. Got to get up and cut some trees up. That sounds like work, dude. That sounds like work. I don't know about you, but I've got a real bad allergy to work, or at least hard work. Storm came through. You took a couple trees, went over. No other damage. Everybody's okay. That's the important thing. You can replace a tree, you can replace a fence, you can even replace your car and your house, but you can't replace your loved ones. So Megan says hi. Good to see you, Megan. DTV, what's up, my brother? Well, like I said, we're gonna sit and look at the sky for a few minutes and just maybe catch a glimpse of some sun. I'm actually looking at that. It's actually quite pretty. DRB says hi. How you doing, man? Imminence of oots. Yeah, dude, we ain't working around here. Yeah, well, fuck, dude. You know, if you got a day off, take it. Can you smoke a cigar? Harrison, there's no cigar smoking today. The cigars are on hold until the new teeth go in. I love when the sun is gone because I don't like hot weather. Well, our friendo, it's going to be hot here today. We're going to be upwards of 30 degrees Celsius, which is somewhere in the mid to high 80s. So I'm not a fan of heat. I would rather freeze than fry any day of the week, man. Right? I would rather be cold than hot. You know, when you're cold, you can put something on and warm up. But when you're hot, once you strip down to naked, you're still hot. Knox, good to see you. Study with me. Have a great day, everyone. Greetings from India. Well, thank you for being here from India. Study with me. Nice name. Solid handle. On a long haul today from Missouri. Today from North Carolina. Well, you get that done there, sweetheart. You don't wait. No, don't be messing around. You're gonna pop in and see some snore and get yourself some Snorelord when you get up to Missouri. Indonesia, by the way, nice. I got a daughter that's living in Bali. I think that's Indonesia. I had to look it up, believe it or not, when she told me that's where she was living. So Amsterdam. Damn, you guys are all over the damn map today. How you doing? Good? Man, Nikki, I'm doing all right, man. I really have nothing to complain about. One on the roof, but it doesn't look that bad. All right, that's good. That's good. That's what you want to hear. Joey, good to see you, brother. Always good to see you, Joe. Kinley Simpson. Nice name. Yeah, cold, my favorite weather. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's too much heat makes me sick. Actually, that's kind of what happened to me yesterday. I was out in it most of the day yesterday, and I didn't properly hydrate. That's on me. I didn't get the amount of water into me that I should have had. And I was out probably about 5 hours in like 28, 29 degree weather yesterday. And by the time I got home, I was a puddle of pudding on the couch. I had a headache like beyond. I haven't had one of those. It's one of those headaches that's debilitating, you know. It's just from the heat. You know, your body hurts, your head hurts, you got a headache, and you're absolutely fucking miserable. So that was me yesterday. So today we're gonna get some more heat, but I don't plan to be out in it. As soon as I'm done this live, I'm going back to the house and I'm gonna park my ass right beside the air conditioner, right beside the vent. Bali is the famous place in Indonesia. It's the only place I know, Arfendo. It's the only place I know. She said that you know, she called and said that this is where she's living and sent pictures and this and that and so I had to look it up, right, so on the map to find out where it was, and it was in Indonesia. I didn't look around anything else. Hello from Colorado, Scott. Beautiful part of the country out there, man. Beautiful part of the country. I love running through Colorado. Colorado, Arizona, that whole long stretch coming from the east. Love it when you're coming into Denver. And you got the skyline and then the whole mountain view from one end to the other right across your entire windshield. Absolutely love it, man. It is beautiful. I'm very fortunate because of where I live that if I was to turn around right now and start driving westbound, I could drive probably about 10 minutes and the mountains, the Canadian Rocky Mountains would come into view. and I would have that same view, except I would have probably Calgary. Calgary would be the city that would be in my skyline. Yeah, never beautiful scene. Yeah, it is. Never mind the garbage. There's a couple pieces of garbage laying around, but that's probably just from the wind. I am from Kebumen, Central Java. Have you ever visited? My friend, I have never, ever been overseas like that. I have never been overseas like that. I've been to the Caribbean. I'm Canadian, so I've been obviously from Canada, the U.S. I've stepped my foot into Mexico a couple of times. I've been to a bunch of the Caribbean islands, but that's the extent of my travels. I've never done Europe or Asia or Indonesia, Australia, anything like that. Do you like tequila? Unfortunately, DTV, I liked tequila a little too much. I'm a recovered drug addict and a recovered alcoholic. I don't drink anymore, and I don't partake in any kind of narcotic, anything stronger than an aspirin. But let me tell you, do I like it? Fuck yeah. Tequila, or actually my drink of choice was Jim Beam bourbon. I am a low bottom drunk. I drank cheap bourbon. I didn't even drink the good shit. And my second go-to would have been tequila. Love tequila. Isabella, where am I? First of all, I'm in Canada, but I'm out in Alberta. What you're looking at right here is an Alberta prairie sky. The sun is already up, but it's up behind the clouds there. Hopefully some of this cloud is it looks like it's blowing through, so we may actually get a bit of a sunrise here. Bro, I'm sick in my country now. Hope I will be reincarnated as a human in the United States. I'm sorry to hear you're sick, bro. I'm sorry to hear you're sick. Reincarnated in the United States, all I'm going to say there is just be careful what you ask for, man. It might happen. Boy, I think you live in the Philippines, but you don't want to say it because I live in the Philippines. Donlin, if I lived in the Philippines, I'd have no trouble telling you I lived in the Philippines. I've got a longtime friend of mine. He married in Canada here. He married a Filipino girl about 20 years ago, and then when he retired, he was a long haul trucker as well. And when he retired, him and his wife went back to the Philippines, and he retired down there. Dodalina, baby, how have you been? Never mind how have you been, where have you been? Great to see you. Great to see you. Don't read to me. 14 billion videos on YouTube, and none of them show a good healing, show God healing an amputee. Well, that would all depend on what you believe, if God's capable of healing an amputee or not. I think the problem is you're looking in the wrong place. You know, if you're looking on YouTube for God to heal an amputee, all you're going to see is this, or car videos, or motorcycle videos, or cooking videos. You might get the occasional prayer session, but you don't see that kind of thing. If you want to see that kind of thing, go where there are children in need and amputees and watch God's work there. Real men drive stick. John Clayton. Well, I'll tell you this. My truck, my Freightliner is an auto. I drove an 18-speed manual for just over 30 years, and now the last 5 years I've had an auto, and I love it. I absolutely love it. But if I have to, in order to keep my man card, I got to drive a stick. My car is a 6-speed manual. All right. So hopefully I get to keep my man card in your eyes. LJD, beautiful scenery. It is. It's absolutely stunning. It's absolutely stunning. There's a lot of places that I've been. I've been to all 48 states in the U.S. with the exception of Hawaii and Alaska. And I've been to every single province in Canada and one territory. And I think, in all honesty, and it's just my humble opinion, that I think that Alberta probably has some of the best scenery and some of the best skies, like sunsets and sunrises in the world anywhere. I heard Canada is considered joining the U.S. What's your views? Dream estate. Canada is not considering anything. Mr. Trumpy Trump is the one talking about that. He's talking about taking over Canada. Either way, it's not going to happen. I really quit drinking because it hurts. Well, yeah, I quit drinking because, A, it hurts. B, I got sick of fucking being sick and tired. C, nobody wanted to be around me. And D, I got tired of sitting in jail. What's going on, Tennessee? Damn good to see you, son. Damn good to see you, man. You're looking great this morning, by the way, man. Once I found out you got an automatic, I knew then and there you wear high heels. Well, not in public, John. Not in public. Not in public. But if it's something you're into, you go ahead and try it and put some pictures up. GW Bowles. Look at that. Motherfucker. Fell out of the sky, dude. GW, I don't even know where you are anymore. The last time I spoke to you on the phone, bro, you were what? You were up in Alaska? Yeah, you were up in Alaska. I don't know where the hell you are. Yeah, I did change. I moved to Alberta, so my number changed. I've now got an Alberta number. And if you try to email me at the Wheelburner Express email, GW, that email was hacked. It was so we're putting together another email address that's going to go up on the YouTube site soon, shortly. So I'd love to talk to you though, man. Let's see what you're doing. Tyrannus, good morning, man. Good to see you. Always be weary when you have a Tyrannus walking through your fucking yard. Good to see you, man. You moving this morning? Or are you sitting? What are you doing, man? My leg grew back after I got ripped off. God is great. Well, John, I'm happy for you, man. Jacob, what's up, man? Good to see you. My dad quit drinking when he went into the hospital. I wasn't that smart. I made several hospital visits and still kept on drinking and drug. My major problem was drugs, right? I'm an addict, but usually with the addiction of drugs, and mine was cocaine and crack. Usually with that, you're drinking too, and drinking to excess. So it was just easier for me that when I quit doing drugs, I quit drinking as well. Because if I started drinking again, I could I'll end up back on the drugs. So it's just like a gateway. I want to quit drinking. I want to be sober, but I don't want to betray my friends. Well, that's a price. That's a price you're going to have to pay. I paid it. It was funny that after I got clean and sober and stopped being that guy, it's amazing how many of my friends, I didn't disappoint my friends. I just found out who my true friends really were, right? Because probably about 90% of the people that I associated with really didn't have any use for me anymore because I wasn't that guy anymore, right? So now that's all fine and dandy. I've got myself a new group of friends, and I live in a whole different world today than I did back then. SASR Special Forces. Hi from Australia. It's funny enough, I got another daughter that lives in Australia. She lives in Melbourne. I got kids living all over the goddamn place. All my kids are grown up though. Right? It's not like I got 12 baby mamas and they're all over the place with their kids. That's not the case. All my kids are I raised all my kids and they all grew up and left home. So American Dream from Texas, another one of my favorite places in the world to go. Love going to Texas. You can save 20 grand a year in gas. Dude, I saved the first year When I went from driving manual transmission to an automated transmission, the first year was like a $22,000 fuel savings, right? A $22,000 fuel savings. And then as I learned how to manipulate that auto, the fuel savings actually went up farther up, and my fuel mileage went up as well. So you have to learn. It took a while to learn, because I'm just an old fuck that drives a truck, and you know, when you go from a manual to an auto, there is a learning curve. Jeff, a 6-speed manual Corvette, brother, I couldn't get in and out of a Corvette. Okay, I'd need a crane to lower my ass into it, and to get, well, I could probably fall into it, but they're too low. They're too low. I just absolutely can't get in and out of them. They're beautiful cars. A little overpriced in my humble opinion, but they're beautiful cars. Probably I think the bang for buck and performance wise, the best North American. I don't think you call them a supercar yet, but the best, you know, muscle car out there, if you want to put performance and style and looks all together, you want to put the Corvette, that new one. My dad been everywhere except North and South Dakota. Well, brother, let me tell you something here. Here, look at that screen. That's North Dakota right there. Okay, close your eyes. Look at the screen again. Tennessee, that's South Dakota. How long will it take you to give up on alcohol? That's your choice. That's a personal decision. How bad do you want to quit? The worse the worse off you are, and the more you want to quit, the faster the process will take. If Canada knew what was go for it, it would buy its membership to join the U.S. I disagree. I've got no desire to become an American citizen. And don't get me wrong, that was definitely not a shot at the Americans. I've probably spent more years, if I added it up, of my life in the U.S. than I have actually in Canada. But you know, I love going to the U.S. I've got a lot of friends in the U.S. But do I want to be an American? No, I'm a Canadian, and I'm proud to be a Canadian. I'm born and raised here. I'm you know, fifth generation, whatever, Canadian. So no, I don't think that's ever gonna happen. 30 degrees, Pat. You're gonna be toasty over there. You're gonna be toasty over there. We're looking at 30 degrees over here. Well, it's 30 degrees for you because you're 6 hours or 7 hours ahead of me. But we're right now I'm at 16 degrees Celsius, and we're going up to 30 today. Not looking forward to 30 degrees. I paid for it yesterday. Tennessee, always good to see you, brother. When are you gonna smoke? I'm smoking right now. Hello from Greece. Another one all over the goddamn place. Look at that. Okay, time for me to get at it. Have a great day. Well, Holler, you say that every time. On another hour and a half from now, you'll be back. Dude, you're like herpes. You just keep coming back. Nikki Lee, good to see you again. Good to see you again. Like I said yesterday, any friend of Tennessee's is a friend of mine. You're welcome in here. Come on in, sit down, light a smoke, grab a coffee, grab a drink, open your bottle. 420 it if you have to, even though it's not 420. Sit down, relax, and start throwing the comments. Today I got nothing. I got absolutely fucking nothing to talk about today. Believe that? Me of all people. I got nothing to say. So if you guys want it, you guys want to talk about shit, you throw it up there and we'll talk about it, because I drew a blank. You know what I got? Know what I got this morning? I got coffee. That's what I got. Until now, I've never ever I have never drunk. At most, only smoke. Well, unfortunately, being an addict, I would smoke just about anything that would burn, and drink anything that was liquid, and eat anything that I could chew. And I did all of it. I was never addicted, just like to party, but would stop on a dime. That's called self-control. Jim, I don't have that. Even today in my life, I don't have that. I still, on certain things, depending on what I'm doing, I have much more control over my life today, obviously. But that addictive personality, when I find something I really like, oh, Jim, I go at it. Trust me. Jimmy, you liking that? Not a bad looking sky, eh? I wish we could lose a little more of the cloud cover and get the sun. We had a beautiful sunrise yesterday. I buy cigarettes for 42 cents, and it contains 12 sticks, and they are quite good. Dude, a pack of cigarettes, and I don't go to the store and buy packs of cigarettes, but a pack of cigarettes here is $24, and you get 25 cigarettes. So you're looking at 90 cents a cigarette, or 93 cents a cigarette, whatever. It's ridiculous. If I was paying 42 cents for a pack of 12, oh, dude, my trunk could be full. We're just going to buy Canada. Dude, you don't have the money to buy Canada. Why do you think Trump's putting the tariffs on? The treasury is empty. He's trying to fill the coffer, man. I made the call yesterday to Mayo and Associates. I'll be talking to them on Monday to get something set up. They were asking about you, wanted to know, want to thank you for the referral. Oh, that's not a problem. I was trying to remember that. I dealt with the girl over there, and for some reason I can't remember her name. Susan. Her name is Susan Dahl. Susan Dahl and she was my finance girl for probably the first 10 or 12 years of being an owner-operator. And Susan did all my financing and did all of my, when I bought my truck, every time I bought a new truck, Susan took care of that. So hopefully you were talking to Susan Dahl. If I could do it all again, I'd be dead before I was 30. Yeah, you and me both, Tyrannus. Believe me, I'm one of those guys that I wake up every day and I look around and I start kissing the air. I'm grateful to be on this side of the air, on this side of the grass. Trust me. Jimmy, air liquefaction module, ultratransonic, HHO generation, HHO fuel cell vehicle, great gas mileage. Brother, I don't have a clue what the hell you're talking about. Really, I don't know. Yeah, everybody, do me that favor. Thank you, Nikki. Everybody, just give that like button a push. Push it, tap it, stroke it, pound it, throw it against the wall. I don't care what you do with the like button. Make a mess all over it. Just clean it up when you're done. But yeah, hit it, would you? Nothing to see here. Nice view. It's not bad. It's unfortunate. I was hoping to we had sun earlier. I was hoping to have like a good sunrise like we did yesterday. Didn't happen, but it's not bad. Fucking trucking, good morning. Popping in for a second to say hi. Man, I'll appreciate that. Thank you very much. As you come in, hit the like, and on your way out, go on out. SAS or SBS? SAS Special Air Services, SBS Special Boat Service. Them some bad motherfuckers, those boys. The SAS are some bad motherfuckers. I've got a couple of family members that have served in the Canadian Armed Forces and done some very close wet work with some of the, not the SBS, but a couple of the SAS boys over in the original Desert Storm when there was some shit going on. And Mikey came back and he wasn't telling stories, but he was just talking about some things. And then one of the things that he got to do is he got to work a couple of times with the SAS. And he says those guys are absolutely next level fucking crazy. Absolutely next level crazy. Fantastic soldiers, but absolutely next level crazy. Muffin, hi, is your girl coming today? No, my girl's not here today. She's tucked away, all safe and sound at home. Probably sitting on the couch with her computer working. Here for a good time, not for a long time. Well, you know what? I used to think that way, and now I'm now I'm here for the long time. But I make no mistake. Make no mistake. I don't have any ideas that I'm going to be here. I don't plan to be. I don't think I'm going to be living into my 90s and and scratching the 3-digit mark. It's going to happen one day. USA will purchase Canada one day. It will happen. I don't know. I don't know about that. 90 degrees here in Vegas. Oh, Jesus. What are you doing in Vegas? You're working. Stay away from the one-armed bandits, though, Doty. 90 degrees is too much. Like, even if you got 90 degrees with humidity, like, even your car can barely keep up with that. Hello from Southern Oklahoma. Randy, good to see you from Southern Oklahoma, man. That is one state, you know what, that I've not done a lot of work in. I've been to Oklahoma a couple of times. I've been into Tulsa, but that's really about it. It's one of those states that as a truck driver over the years, it's just, I've not done a lot of work in there. What am I doing? Staring at the clouds? Well, we're looking at it. If you can just ease yourself and relax for a minute, just look at and take in, the beauty of it. Look at it. That's a gorgeous scene right there. Anyone a billionaire like men in this group? Like you in this group? I'm not a billionaire. I might be a billionaire if I'm talking like rupees or pesos. Moto, good to see you, brother. Hope I'm not stepping on you, Moto. I didn't think you guys were I didn't see any notifications. I didn't see you guys going, doing anything going live this morning. So, damn good to see you, man. Not a bad view. Love the Southwest. So do I. I really do. He specified billionaire, yeah. I'm a lazy ass truck driver, so yes, I keep coming back because I need a break from manual labor. I just need a break from labor. I'm living in Hong Kong, but one day I will move to the countryside and buy a huge land like that. Well, that is a lot of land. What you're looking at there is flat prairies in Alberta. That is flat prairies. There's nothing out there but nothing's growing yet, right? But there's nothing out there but wheat fields, cattle, and oil pumps. That's all we got out there. Let's talk about absence of mind. Well, if you got absence of mind, we just talked about it. Now we're not talking about it anymore. What's the best way to grow your live? Just go live a lot. A lot. The more you go, and for your channel, because of the size of your channel, what I would do is I'd start pumping shorts. Start pumping shorts to get your channel into the algorithm, and it can be a short on just about anything you want. It can be a short, just a 20-second short saying, hey, what's going on, whatever. Hey, we're going live tonight, 7 o'clock tonight. We're going to talk about, I don't know, whatever. You can talk about Barbie dolls. I don't know, Tennessee, whatever you want to talk about. And go live, and then go live at 7 o'clock. But start pumping shorts and go live a lot. You don't have to go like every single day of the week, but probably, if you can crank out 3 to 4 a week, it'll just, the more you're there, the more people will find you. And if you look right now, even on mine, there's only 41 people in here, but most of these we're on the shorts platform. So most of these are people that are scrolling shorts, right? So they scroll, they see this, they stop for a minute, they make a couple comments, and then they scroll on. But that's enough for you to get the view and the like, and it'll push your channel into the algorithm, and the algorithm will eventually pick up your channel, and then YouTube will start pushing your channel for you. But it takes time. The best way to do it, man, is just go live. And but the biggest problem with going live is, dude, you better have something to fucking say, because nobody's gonna want to just look at you, and talk about nothing. So, think about that. You better be able to talk, and you better be able to talk about a lot of different things. You don't have to be, like, it's like that saying, I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. This is kind of like that. You don't have to know everything about everything, but you should know, if you're going to do something like that and you want to pump your channel, know that there's going to be shit you're going to be talking about that you probably don't know a lot about. That happens to me probably 3 or 4 times alive. Somebody will make a comment and I'm like, I don't have a clue, man. And I openly admit, I don't have a clue. I don't know the answer to that. And drugs and alcohol were never the problem, were they? It was the corn growing between my ears. Yeah, exactly. Drugs and alcohol weren't my problem. I was the problem. I was using the drugs to suppress the problem. Whereabouts, brother? HD, we're out in Alberta. We're out in Alberta. I like the U.S. You know what? I like the U.S. as well. Electrolysis off open HHO flame generator of wireless electric power off the what will you? My God, man. Does this look like the science channel? I don't have a clue. In Indonesia, it's quite cheap and usually without a filter. Cigarettes are nuts. The price of cigarettes. Cigarettes are like $8, and they're $24 here in Alberta. Dealer suggested I take my truck back unfixed so I could make some money, then bring it back to fix the ABS light. Yeah, well, you don't want to be caught with that fucking ABS light on at a scale. I would buy Canada, bro, but don't worry, for sure I would. You don't want to buy Canada. Oh, let me tell you, coffee is good. There's the El Chicken Hawko. It's good to see you there, brother. No, Miss Stephanie has not stepped in yet on this fine Saturday morning. Have you heard the Taliban are trying to get into Turkey? I have not heard that. I'm going to be 100% honest with you, SAS, that unfortunately, I am one of these guys I've become numb to a lot of this stuff. Every 2 to 3 weeks, you hear about this, and then, you finally, it's like, oh, yeah, okay. You just become numb to it. And that's unfortunate that in today's society, that where somebody like me, I'll become numb to it, because there's obviously something there. There's something going on. Some people are fighting, people are dying, people are getting hurt. But when you hear about it so much that it's no longer a headline, right? It's no longer a headline. It's become the norm. You become immune to it. You don't listen to it anymore. Are you here? Look at Chicken Hawk scrolling. Angry. This is in Canada. Everyone's saying hi to Chicken Hawk. Chicken Hawk saying hi. Cigarette prices in Indonesia are cheap because they are adjusted to the average wage. Oh, I wish they'd do that here. The average wage. What's the average wage here? You know what, Jay? I don't have a clue. I know, because it differs from province to province. And same as the U.S. It's different from state to state. I don't know what the average wage is in Alberta. I could probably Google it and look it up, but I don't have a clue. I think minimum wage, like the minimum wage that they can pay you here, I think is $15.50 an hour. I think it's $15.50, which you can't live on. You can't live on $15.50 an hour here. You'd have to work 150 hours a week to make a living on $15.50 an hour. I have done some close wet work too, but it wasn't in the military. Yeah, well, that doesn't count. You don't get service time or medals for that, Chicken Hawk. You might be able to hang a small medal on it, but I don't think you're going to get credit for that. The word is beautiful without war. The world is beautiful without war and bad politicians. Well, unfortunately, look around the world and that's all you're going to find. You're going to find a lot of war and you're going to find a lot of bad politicians. Have to finish my weekend today with a work day. Oh, son of a bitch. We'll catch you later from Virginia. Dean, always a pleasure, man. Thank you for being here. Yes, sir. Susan Dahl was her name. I told her your name was Brian. I'm not sure about your last name. I'll shoot you an email. When the new email is up, I'm going to check out Premier Truck and T-Pine. Be very weary of T-Pine. T-Pine makes you, they'll sell you a truck, but they make you finance through them. And it's part of the deal. I think you have no choice. Same with Pride. Like if you buy a truck from Pride, you have to finance through them. You cannot bring your own financing in. This is good with me. Business is a little shaky, but it's moving along okay. My biggest customer is having some financial issues. That's goddamn scary. I got some wet work to handle with my dispatcher when I get to the terminal. Easy, boy. Easy. Hope you own the oil pumps, Jack Nickerson. I do not own. Dude, if I owned the oil pumps, I wouldn't be sitting here in a Kia Soul. Okay? I'd be sitting here in a Dodge TRX. Have you ever thought of marrying a girl outside of your ethnic, outside of my ethnicity, like a different, I've never thought of it, but if I fell in love with a woman that was from India or whatever, Indonesia or Australia, if that's what I fell in love with, then that's what I would fall in love with. I don't judge a woman or a person based on race, color, or creed. If I fall in love, I fall in love. You can't help but you fall in love with or who you fall in love with. Yes, Chicken Hawk, I just said out. It makes him laugh every single time. Makes him laugh every time I say out and about. And when I say about, it makes him laugh. Please show feet. You don't want to see my feet, dude. You show yours first. Which drug did you take? The list would be shorter of the drugs I haven't taken. I never had fentanyl because it wasn't available. It wasn't around in this form back then. And meth, crystal meth, I never tried. But other than that, cocaine, crack, heroin, I don't classify marijuana as a drug. Marijuana is on the same level as drinking, so, but back then it was. So no, I pretty much, like I said, if I could ingest it and put it in my body, well, I did. Show your face, Red Rock. I'll show my face in just a few minutes. I'm just looking at the sky. I was hoping to get a real nice sunrise out of this morning. It didn't happen, but. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees. Keep going. What's the rest of the song, man? Come on. You want us all to, maybe we all just sing along. Pat, my kitchen. Do you mean my bathroom? That was my last project. Had a family cabin in Philippi, West Virginia. Love West Virginia. Oh. Oh. Kenny is losing it. Oh, wow. Look at you go. You're still not working, Brian Brown. Why do you put my full name up? Everybody already knows that. It's really cool. Keep going. How long does it take for your truck to pass the new company's policy? I sense you're lying yet again. Must be paying your rent half. What makes you think that I haven't already been to work? What makes you think that, I'm not doing other work on the side just because I don't talk to you about it or I don't say anything on YouTube? Oh, man, you know what? Your ignorance is awesome. Absolutely awesome. I appreciate your comment. Thank you for the comment and thank you for the view. SAS is subscribe. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I really do. I'll take that all day long. Careful, son. Like, what you're doing there is called doxing. And we're not in the United States, and neither are you. Cambridge isn't the United States. And in Canada, the laws on doxing are significantly different than they are in the U.S. And by putting names up like this and doing stuff like this, you know, there are some severe penalties. There really are. One day you might find out. Chicken Hawk finished the kitchen. There you go. Like 7 years. Well, 7 years. It probably took him 7 years previous to get it started. He started 7 years earlier. He finished it. Now it's been done for 7 years. Almost heaven, West Virginia. Oh, we're going to sing again, are we? Okay. Football for Life says hi. Football, where are you right now, man? I'm in Alberta. I'm sitting outside of Strathmore, Alberta, just looking out at the prairies. We're gonna bring the camera back in a second. I don't think we're gonna get a sunrise here. That's all right. Wheelburner has banged a lot of Eskimos. Well, it's ironic if you go anywhere south of the Mason-Dixon line and ask an American about a Canadian, they think there's snow. They think there's snow on the ground up here, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days, and we all live in igloos and we have pet penguins, right? They all think that. Oh, Wheelburner, you're the best. I just put out 2 shorts and gave you some prompts on one of them, letting others know how to get their channels out in the algorithm, and I did exactly what you said. It's not hard. It just takes a lot of time. It takes time and effort. You got to put some effort into it. You got to work at it. If you want to build a channel, I haven't put a whole lot of effort into this channel lately. You know, I've just been doing lives. I've not been doing videos. I've not been doing any driving videos or any kind of teaching or training or anything like that. But if I really wanted to direct all of my attention at the channel, we could probably build it up fairly quickly. And that's just the best way that I know. Just stay online, stay on YouTube. Make your channel as visible as possible. And Dean and Moto, maybe in this case here, some advice to you. Branch out. If you're going to stay in just the motorcycle genre, you're going to have a lot of competition. There's a lot of motorcycle channels out there, so that's what you're competing with. I learned that lesson because this was originally a trucking channel, and it went, you know, it grew and did okay, but then it kind of started competing with the other 240,000 trucking channels. Well, who wants to compete with that? So start branching out into other things. Find other people and associate yourself with their channels and do work with them. Oh yeah, I'll do that all day. I'll do that all day, Tennessee, anytime you want. West Coast, well, I'm out in the Midwest. I'm in Canada, in Canadian. Am I ever going to tell us how you met this lovely girlfriend of yours? You know, the one you cheated with. Jay, what right do you think that you have as a viewer to know that? Right? Like, this is YouTube, right? Like, I'm not on trial for anything. I don't have to disclose my personal. This is entertainment. This is entertainment. Like, What right as a viewer, or any viewer, do you have to think that you should know everything about my personal life? My personal life is my personal life. What I do on YouTube is for entertainment purposes. It's to have fun. It's to look around, to talk to people, help some people if you can, get some good advice. I use it to get advice on trucking and other things like that from other people that know more than me. What right do you think that you have to know anything about my personal life? You don't have that right. You don't have that right. You don't just walk onto anybody else's channel and say, hey, tell us how you met your wife, your girlfriend, or tell us all about all your kids and what their names are and where they were born. And that's personal. That's personal. You don't have that right. And you can keep putting this shit on my screen all day long. All day long. I really do not care. Thank you very much. Okay, Premier Trucks and Metro Truck Group. Metro is good as well. It is, and thanks for the info. What companies would you recommend for owner ops? Definitely check out ET Transport in the Toronto area. They're just out of Concord. I can't say anything bad about ET Transport. Check out. It depends on what you wanna do and where you want to go. If you want to pull reefers and stuff like that, check out Kriska, check out Herb, check out Transex, Challenger. Those are all big time companies. Where am I from, man? I'm from Alberta. I live in Alberta here. The only way I'm allowed to get extended home time is if I put a new kitchen in, per my wife. Yeah, when there's something that she needs you to be home for, you're home. But if she doesn't have any use for you, bye-bye. Fake background. Oh, are you kidding? Here, there's my hand, right? There's my hand. There's your background. Would you like to, maybe we'll go for a walk out there? Face reveal. In a minute. In a minute. I'll just stay OTR so she can live with a dated chicken. A dated kitchen. Dude, that doesn't work like that. Eventually, you'll have to go home for something, and your tool set will be sitting in the middle of the kitchen floor. All the material will be there. You're going to have no choice but to go to work, man. 18 Willie Millie, fuck. Damn good to see you, son. Damn good to see you. Watching your shorts. Okay. I can't believe I'm about to say this publicly, but Millie, I'm jealous. Very jealous. Nice ride. That is a nice horse you're riding there, man. Not a little jealous. I'm very jealous. Good looking truck, brother. Good looking truck. Very proud of you, man. Very fucking proud of you. That's one big sky. That is one big beautiful sky, is it not? Hey, Bride, did I tell you I almost lost my front wheel? I was down to $150 to pay my truck off, but now the bill went up to over $12,000. I'll just keep on trucking. Dodalina, you know what, Dodie? I feel for you. I really fucking do. And I think at some point in sweetheart, you've been doing this as long. Actually, I think you've been doing it longer than me. And I've been there. You get down. You in my case, it's you get the bank account built up and everything's going good. And you got a nice. You get a check engine light, and 3 days later, your bank account's down to $150. I have been there. Tennessee, you know how you can do that on your own YouTube channel for your info facts. Put your email in there. If you do that, I will go into your email and I will just email you from another email address. That troll is gay for you, Will. He is. 2 years. 2 years. This guy's been fucking following me around like a lost little puppy. 2 years. Also want to acknowledge 18 Willie Millie's a card-carrying member of the Wheelburner Express channel. We appreciate that, Millie. Absolutely, 100%, brother. Thank you. I have a story to share with everyone because I feel comfortable and welcome here. Okay, free sample. You go right ahead. Everybody can read that. I don't think I'm going to read that. You tried calling me. Was it a 403 number? Area code 403? Because my number is now a 403 number. If you called, I've still got your number. As long as your number hasn't changed, Millie, I'll give you a call. I'll give you a call, and when I call, the number will come up. It'll be an area code 403. Wear a diaper, free sample. There you go. Free samples. This streamer has the answers for you. In that case there, I'm drawing a blank. Oh, dear heavens, free samples. Why would you let them do that to you? Well, you know what? There's no... I just went boop, blank. It is what it is. If some people like it, some people like it. What's the word? Today's word, let's think about this. Okay, hold on. Today's word, Nishat, is going to be respect. Respect is going to be today's word. All I want you to do today is go through your life respecting everybody else's rights to be who they are, and respect your own rights to be the person or man or woman that you are. I think if you can do that, or I can do that, or we as people can do that, you'll have a whole lot of less problems, man. A whole lot less problems in this world. And it doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter where you're from, what color you are, what country you are, what you identify as. It does not matter. So today's word, I feel like we're on Sesame Street here. Today's letter brought to you today's word brought to you today by the Wheelburner Express is respect. Oh. Corey, nice view. Not bad, eh? Fuck, the sun didn't come out. Sorry, guys. I tried for a sunrise. We didn't get it. I was thinking today's word should be hit massage oil. That's not one word, dude. It's got to be one word. We're on Sesame Street here. You can't fuck around. Okay, definitely check out ET Transport, and all the others are mega carriers. Yeah, I've been in the reefer and dry van game for the last 5 years. Appreciate it. Well, if you go to ET, they pull vans, reefers, and heaters, and flatbeds. All of their flatbeds are curtains, right? They're roll tights. So, yeah, it's 3 words there, Chicken Hawk. Go back to Sesame Street and learn to count, dude. They got a guy over there that'll help you with that. His name is the Count. Yeah, I've been stealing everything from us. Oh, y'all been stealing everything from us. What did we steal from you? John, I'm just curious. What did we steal? What did Canada steal from you? I don't know. We didn't steal maple syrup. We didn't steal poutine, or poutine as you guys call it. We definitely got the best strippers in the world. Like, I'm thinking about all the things. We stole Rush and transplanted it to Canada. Well, you can have Rush back if you want. I don't think we stole Rush, to be honest with you. I think Rush, Geddy Lee, and Neil Peart, I think they're Canadian, dude. Excuse me. Biggest Canadian heist. We stole Rush. No. I can't listen to Rush. I'm proud that Rush is a Canadian band. They are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Neil Peart, before he passed away, arguably, best drummer of all time. There's argument there. I'm not saying that, blah, blah, blah. But Bryan Adams is Canadian too. Fuck, I know. I've been to Bryan Adams' house where he grew up, for Christ's sake, John. Shania Twain is Canadian. Celine Dion is Canadian. Triumph is Canadian. I hate to say this one. Nickelback is Canadian. That one hurt. I hate to say that, but Nickelback is Canadian. Yeah, bro. Like there's a lot of Canadian. We didn't steal any of it from you. Oh, look at that. Hold on, let's turn this. Look at that. She's breaking through. She is breaking through. Hold on here. There we go. There you go. Finally. She's breaking through the clouds. Do I want your phone number? No, I think we're good, man. I think we're good. Stephanie's here. Chicken Hawk was here. I don't know if he's here. He may have got tired of waiting for you, Steph. Honestly, he may have got tired of waiting for you. He's been in here and he's been chatty, but I don't know if he's still here. Gotta go, Bri. Gotta get things done. Love you, sweetheart. See you soon. Dodie, great seeing you. Would definitely love to hook up and do dinner again with you. Anytime we can get together in any part of the country, if our paths are crossing, we would definitely make a date on that. We will have a date, Dodie. Jim saying hi to Steph. Whoa, no further south or you pay the American visual tax. No freebies. You buy it, you buy it or not. Well, it wouldn't surprise me. Trump's getting pretty fucking crafty these days. It honestly wouldn't surprise me in the least if somehow or another I got a bill for my YouTube channel. He's gonna tariff the airwaves or the internet or whatever. If you guys are looking at it in the U.S. somehow or another, he's gonna put $1 on it. I don't know how, but leave it to Trumpy Trump. He'll figure it out. I am jealous. Way to live. Hello from Oklahoma. Welcome from Oklahoma, Randy. I don't know what you mean by I'm jealous. Way to live. You mean like you're just jealous because we're sitting in I'm just sitting in my car watching the sunrise, baby. That's all I'm doing. And I'm enjoying every minute of it. Like, even if I wasn't doing this on YouTube and live and talking to you guys, I would still have no trouble sitting out here. I'd probably be sitting on the hood of my car with my coffee and my smoke and just watching the sun come up, man. If you can find a better way to start your day, right? If you can find a better way to start your day, put it up. Put it up. When you wake up in the morning and if you can get out of the arms of a beautiful woman, get up out of bed, go have something to eat, have a coffee, and then come out here and do this, there's no better way to start a day, man. The hardest part for me is leaving the arms of a beautiful woman. That's a fucking tough one. I struggle with that one every morning when I get up. But once I do, I manage to get my shit together and make some coffee and make some breakfast, and then I come out and do this with you guys. You that guy be sniffing seats. Rebel Rockstar, what do you know about sniffing seats? Tell us all about it, man. If it'll give you a euphoric feeling of life, I might even fucking try it. But until such time, no thanks. Yes, I'm here. I'm here, Chicken Hawk. How are you? Oh my God, you guys are here. We go. Everybody stand back. Stephanie, that's my new girlfriend. Well, Stephanie, I don't think Stephanie's that type of girl. I don't think she's willing to be passed around. I think Chicken Hawk pretty much has laid claim to her. Randy says, yeah, 100% absolute. Hey, you know what, Randy? I'm just glad you're here watching it with us. You know what, man? If you're taking the time out of your busy life And, you know, you're going to spend 5 minutes or whatever it is you're spending here with us just to look at this. Man, I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you for taking the time out of your life just to come in and say hi and watch a sunrise. Could have you and your wife on the tortilla production line living the American dream. No, thanks. First of all, I'm Canadian and I don't really need the American dream. I do okay, man. I do okay. All your troubles go away if you were living in American dream on the tortilla production line. I don't have any problems right now doing what I'm doing here. Like I said, my biggest problem this morning was getting out of the arms of a gorgeous woman. You know, that's the biggest problem I had this morning so far. That, and I'm drinking my coffee very quickly, and I'm going to run out. I've been watching the Food Network all morning. That's like food porn. That's food porn. I don't know how, fuck it. I can only watch like a cooking show here and there. I can't watch like a whole day or a whole afternoon of the cooking channel or something like that. The painting is proof of the painter. Creation is proof there is a creator. I don't need to see the painter. I have seen the painting. Said, I mean, that is well said, man. Damn it, that's prolific. That is well said. Thank you very much for that this morning. Thank you very, very much for that this morning. Very well said. I like the way that says. Moon Vlog, bro. Good to see you, man. Moon Vlog. My apologies. Moon Vlog. Damn good to see you. How are you doing, man? Anybody interested at all? Tennessee just popped over. Looks like he just went live. Cool little fucker over there. That guy's a cool little fuck. He really is. I like him. I'm looking at a live shot of Niagara Falls on your YouTube. It's awe-inspiring, Brian. Niagara Falls, the Canadian side of the Niagara Falls is stunning. I've been there hundreds of times, Jim. I used to live like 45 minutes from there. So, and two of the best casinos in Canada are actually in Niagara Falls. So I've spent a lot of time there. And let me tell you something, man. It is gorgeous. You can go look at that every day. If you lived there and you walk down to the falls every single day, you'd never get bored of looking at it. You really wouldn't. Final destination, relationships suck. I like being alone. Astronomy Kid says hello. There's nothing wrong with being alone. You know, honestly, there's not. Like I enjoy alone time. When I've been a long haul truck driver for a long time, so obviously I've spent extended hours, days, weeks alone. I got no problem with my own company, but do I think being alone is best and relationships suck? Fuck no. Fuck no. And trust me, in my lifetime, right, like, you know, I've burnt through my share of women and relationships. Some of them I've burnt right to the ground. But do I keep trying? Yeah, absolutely. Yo, look at the birds. What's my body count? Dude, really? On here? My body count as of this morning was 1. When I got out of bed, there was 1. That was my body count. I love being alone. Hey, you know what, Kizzy Masters? I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. Like I said, I enjoy my own company. I'm comfortable with myself. But do I want to be alone for the rest of my life? Fuck no. Absolutely not. I am quite content and quite happy with the relationship that I have. Red Lady, always a pleasure, sweetheart. Damn good to see you. I hope you're doing well this morning. It's Saturday morning, so I don't know if you're working or not. I hope you're not. Hopefully you got a day at home You and your daughter can kick back and relax, and no chaos and no problems, no nothing. Just sit back and relax and watch my sunrise. Ram Cruz, good to see you. Yeah, why not? Yes, why not, bro? Tell us your body count. It's really not that important. At the age of 50, what's a man's body count supposed to be? Hell, I don't know. I don't know. I'm 55. I don't know what I. Be honest with you, I don't have a number. I didn't keep track. I never. It's not like I put a notch on the bedpost every time I had a new one. Eh. It's not a. It's not an important factor in my life. If you're keeping count, that's an ego thing. That's it. That's your ego. You know. Yes, I have an ego. Don't get me wrong. My girl will be happy to tell you that I have an ego and a healthy one, but it's not in that aspect of my life. You know, I don't need to I don't need to keep track of how many women. I came in your mom in 2009. Well, that'd be a neat trick in 2009. And if you did, I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Should be at least 25. Douglas Pixie, at 50 years old, you should have at least a body count of 25. Okay, if you say so. Your voice is being shaken. It might be, there's a bit of a breeze that's picked up here. So the breeze has, it fucks with the microphone. So, Ryan, good to see you, car wash guy. Damn good to see you. There's our boy from Texas. 90 degrees down there today, baby. 90 degrees. You guys you're gonna be cooking your ass off. I'd imagine you're also gonna be busier than hell on a Saturday morning. Down there, 90 degrees. I'm 14 stone muscle and a little fat. Kizzy, I don't know what 14 stone is. I know it's a form of weight, like it's a measurement for weight. But unless it's in pounds or kilos, I don't have a goddamn clue what a stone. How much does a stone weigh? I'm 225 pounds. I'm 6'2" and I'm 225 pounds, and I am probably about the same. I'm muscle with a little bit of fat. I got a little gristle on the side. You know what I'm talking about? Got a little gristle. Sterling Wheel. There we go. Sterling, feel free to throw your fucking link up there if you're into it. Be happy to have you. You know that, brother. Damn good to see you. Good talk yesterday. That topic that we were talking about that you made me Google. Yeah, I shared that with my girl last night, and let me just say that she just rolled her eyes. She looked at me like I was a fucking idiot, which I probably am at that point, and she just rolled her eyes at me. Now, the disturbing part was when you told me what it was, I had to Google it. When I told her what it was, she knew instantly what it was. I'm not like, how do you know that? You know? Sometimes you got to keep count to be humble. I disagree, man. Humility is not judged by numbers. If you really need to know, humility in all of life, humility is just another word for honesty. If you think about it. And it doesn't mean that you're being honest with other people, okay? It means that you're being honest with yourself. That is what humility is. So I don't need to be humble to know my body count or to keep track of my body count. Marriage sucks anyway. Stay child-free, stay single. Guys, don't bring innocent kids here in this cruel existence. Well, brother, Final Destination, that's a little too late for me. I took a shot. I took a shot at it, and I got six kids, Final Destination. 6 daughters. Couldn't even make a boy, for Christ's sake. Couldn't even make a boy. 6 daughters. What can you do, man? My best friend is taking me out to celebrate my birthday. Red Lady, I didn't know it was your birthday, sweetheart. Is it today, tomorrow, yesterday? If I missed it, I'm sorry. Happy belated birthday. If it's today, well then, sweetheart, happy birthday today. And if it's tomorrow, well, come back tomorrow and I'll wish you a happy birthday. I've been abused all my life. Well, at some level or another, Kizzy, most of us have taken some sort of abuse of some sort of one way or another, whether it be physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. If you're in a bad spot and you're in a bad way in life and you've been abused, I'm truly sorry to hear that. Einstein once said the universe might be finite, but human stupidity is certainly infinite. I can agree with that. Chicken Hawk, I might just grill chicken today. Are you cooking anything this weekend? Okay, you guys just fucking keep talking about it. Parrots are selfish as fuck. They brought us here without our permission to suffer. Yeah. The thing is about that, though, is once you're here, and this applies to you, Final Destination, this applies to you and your life. Life is one of those things for education that gives you the test first and the lesson later. And that's how life is supposed to work. If you have all of the answers before you start living your life, then you'll never learn. You'll never adapt. You'll never overcome. You'll never improvise. And in order to be a good person or to be a person of character, you need to do all of that. You really do. It's going to rain tomorrow, not too bad. Well, that's hopefully you make your money today. Get it in today. I'm too old to sleep on the floor with the cockroaches. I've made a really poor choice. Dude, we've all made that choice. You know, at one point in my life, I was living on a bench. Well, it wasn't even a bench. It was more like a makeshift bench under a bridge with a highway going over top of me, and that's where I was residing. You know, I don't live like that now, but 90 degrees we still have on our jackets. I know you guys are absolutely baffling down there. Yeah, take it easy on the spam or Sterling's gonna fucking kick you in the dick. Dairy Music, E93, I will call him tomorrow to confirm the order of my appointment tomorrow. If you are free for a meeting today, we are on our side to get you on the other hand to help me with your love. Holy shit. Are you on OnlyFans? Hell no. Sex is just for addicts. Well, sign me up. Sign me up. Go to the gym instead of yapping. I don't need to go to the gym. Asdar, I don't need to, believe me, the last thing I need to do is go to a gym. Find Jesus? Why, is he lost? Is he lost? TC McKay? If he's lost, why don't you go find him? I didn't know he was lost. I didn't get that. I didn't get the email. I didn't get the memo on that. Sorry. Unfortunately. But as long as you're out there looking for Jesus, do me a favor and hit the like button, would you? So here, I'm going to bring the phone in, but here, check this out. Look at this little critter just sitting here. There's hundreds of them. Look at them all over. They're all over the goddamn place here. That whole field out there, the camera doesn't pick it up, but that whole field out there, they're all out there running around and they're all playing with each other. They're the most friendly little bastards in the world, but they're such a nuisance. They really are. They're such a menace. So here, we're going to do this for a second. We'll bring the stand inside here. You already found him in your heart. And you probably should too. Well, if he's in your heart, man, let him out. Let him out. Don't be selfish and hog him all to yourself. He's like probably like a genie in a bottle in there, dying to get out. Let him out, man. What's the matter with you? Woo, sorry guys. I'm sure that was loud. Look at that. Look at this. Look, we got a storm coming in. Look at these dark clouds that have just rolled in over top. These are really low. These are really low. And we've got some really good movement. I don't know if the camera's showing it, but we got some really good movement on this. We're not calling for tornadoes or twisters today. We're actually calling for this afternoon. It's supposed to be beautiful and 30 degrees, but I'm not liking the side of this because the white clouds are up much higher, but these dark ones are down low. Not a big fan of sitting out in the middle of a field when when there's a possible tornado warning. Not a big fan of that. Yeah, Bible Thumper channels are plentiful. Go watch them. Well, that's kind of the way I look at it. I respect. How about this? TMC, I will respect the fact that, you are a man of Jesus or a person of Jesus, and that is your faith and that is your religion. I respect that. I have no problem whatsoever with that. I truly don't. But on the other hand, I am not. And all I ask is that you respect that. I have no problem with respecting anybody's religion. Anybody that's religious or has a spiritual, whether it be Catholic, Christian, Buddhist, Islam, I don't care. I will respect whatever religion you are and openly say whatever, if that's your thing, that's your thing. It's not my thing. So all I ask is in return, you respect that about me. Telling me I need to find Jesus is like cramming your religion down my throat. I don't sit here and cram my belief or my faith down your throat because I respect you. And I respect your religion, okay? I respect your religion. I respect what you choose. When you turn to me and say, I need to find Jesus and you need to follow Jesus and Jesus is the only way, that's like you cramming your religion down my throat. You're not showing me the same respect I'm showing you. And that's not cool. That's not cool. Jesus never saved me. My old lady did, though. If you know, you know. Exactly. There's the hat. Stephanie? You like this one? This is my boy Robert over in England sent me this one. Tight trucking. He hooked me up, man. This is a nice hat, right? Nice hat. This one's authentic. Damn good hat. Love it. If I had to buy this hat, it would be like $90 for this hat, Canadian. And he sent it over to me free of charge and even paid the shipping on it. Clay's Tizzy, good to see you. 99 cents. Awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you. That is a free donation to the Forgotten Angels. I don't keep any money that's sent to the channel. I don't ask for money. This channel doesn't ask for money. We don't ask for it up front. The only time you'll hear me ask for money is when we're doing a charity drive for one thing or another. We don't. But if by chance anybody does drop a super chat or drop any kind of money or anything like that, it goes to the Forgotten Angels. I need to find Jesus. Well, there we go. I said I didn't realize he was lost. They're invading your society, Newfie. I am far from a Newfie. Let me tell you. I'm far from a Newfie. I love Newfies. Don't get me wrong. I love Newfies. They are great people. They are a great part of our country. They are a great part of our heritage. I will sit around with a band of fucking Newfies all day long and listen and laugh and have a good time. I love them. In modern reality, identities are revealed about who is who in religion, and you sound cool because you're asking for respect. That's all. I'm not asking for nothing. Just I'll respect you 100% of what you are, who you are, what your faith is, what your religion is. I respect it. You have that right. You have that right to do what you want, and I will respect that. On the other hand, all I ask is that you respect the same about me. I'm Sergio's daughter. I'm Sergio's daughter, Sergio Arnau. Okay. Welcome in, Sergio's daughter. Hello from France. Sansander, good to see you, man. Thanks for popping in from France. Fart now. No, actually, I'm all done. When the camera was turned around and the phone was on the mount outside, oh, I was dropping them in here. Tariffs are insane. I usually got my dildos are like $50. Now they're around 100. Corey, that's that's some tough luck, man. That is some tough luck. I'm sorry to hear that about your dildos. You know what? There's got to be a dildo wholesaler out there somewhere. Frig the hat. Check out the shirt. Yeah, you gotta like this one. 2-4. This fucker's old. Like if this shirt, you can tell it's really faded. But this one's, I don't know how old this one is. Probably in its 20s, 20-something years old. If I took them into the shirt and just went like that, I could probably pull it apart. I'm very careful. Like this one gets washed and hung up. It doesn't get dry. It doesn't go in the dryer. My cancer journey. Why would I do that? Never had cancer. Mr. B's, damn son, good to see you from North Crackalacky, North Carolina. Damn good to see you. Cheap freight hauler, I fucking told him. I told you. I fucking told you. He would be back. He'd be back, man. And this is probably the second time he's been back, right? The first, I think somewhere he came back saying something that the lazy truck driver is now taking a break. You were only gone maybe 20 minutes. I hate all comment spammers, link spammers, bots, and people that say they are better than other YouTubers. Quentin, you know what? That's just the price you pay for doing this. I'll like this eventually, but that's just the price you pay for doing this. If you're gonna do this, if you've got a channel and you're gonna do this kind of thing, that's what you're gonna catch, and it's the price you pay for doing it. I don't, do the spammers bother me? Not really. Do the trolls bother me? Not really. I look at it in a sense that if you're spamming me or you're trolling me, thank you for the view, because it gives me another view. And again, it's one more little push on the algorithm, and you're just pushing my channel. Keep spamming. Unfortunately, you poor bastards are the ones that have to read it, because I really don't give a flying fart about it. I really don't. Led Zeppelin shirt goes hard though. You like that, Esther? Yeah. I got two of these. I've got this one in this kind of blue, and I've got a darker blue. Same emblem and everything. This is an original from, like I said, about 24, 25 years ago. But I've got a reproduction one as well. That one of my kids got me. Davey Farms, damn good to see you, man. Damn good to see you again. Another one. You just keep coming back for more brain damage. Hey? Well, that's good, though. Keep coming back. Notorious One. Hey. Eminem. No, never met him. I got him tied up in the trunk. I quit smoking 80 days ago. They suck. I started smoking 80 days ago. It's very nice in Como, North Carolina. 71 is sort of sunny. Dude, I'm gonna be in at 30 degrees Celsius, so that's like the mid to high 80s here today. It's gonna be fucking hot. I overdid it yesterday in the heat. I paid for it yesterday badly, with a bad headache and body aches, and part of it was on me. I wasn't hydrating properly. I didn't drink enough water yesterday, and I paid a price for it. It was yesterday, no biggie. Oh, well, again, sorry. I didn't know. What's the plans today, my guy? Today's Saturday. So I don't have any plans. There's nothing's really going on. Nobody's working today. I'm gonna do this for a little bit and hang out with you. And then I think I'm gonna go home, and I got a big plan. I'm gonna do some laundry and probably clean my barbecue. That's about it. Might watch some Netflix. Just to clear up any uncertainty, I am not Sergio's daughter. Well, thank God you told me that, because I was sitting there thinking. I really was. It's fucking raining there. Davey, sorry for your luck, man. I thought we were going to get rain here. We had sunshine, then all these clouds blew in, and now they seem to be blowing back out. I don't know if it can make up its mind. It doesn't know if it wants to fucking shit or go home. I don't know. Brian McDougall, good to see you. How the hell are you, man? Good to see you again. Thanks for being here. Thanks for popping in. Hot in Canada. Yeah, exactly, Holler. You're funny. You thought Canada, yeah, like I said, you know, if you're in the southern states, everybody down there thinks that, you know, there's snow on the ground up here all year round, and we live in igloos, and we have pet seals pet seals and fucking penguins. Just so you know, my penguin is domesticated. Okay, I do take him for a walk. I'm in Scotland, and guess what? It's raining. Who could have guessed? It's pouring rain in Scotland. Okay, when is it not pouring rain in Scotland? Stephanie, no cooking on weekends for me. Unfortunately, I work Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Fortunately, I have the rest of the week off or flexible schedule. That's what happens when you're self-employed and a self-made man. Are you a Texan boy? No. Snorlax, I am not. Believe it or not, I'm Canadian. Well, I gotta fix that. It's driving me nuts. I'm Canadian, and I guess if you want to compare Canada to Texas, I am in Alberta, so that would be Canada's version of Texas in the West, right? Alberta is Canada's version of Texas. So am I a Texan boy? No, but I'm in Alberta. Dirty Money, good to see you, man. You come back for some more today, did you? I never make plans that way. The word premeditated don't get thrown around in the court. The word premeditated doesn't get thrown around in the courtroom. That's some pretty good advice, actually. You know, be careful what your plans are. Be careful. Well, you can make the plans, just don't tell anybody, right? Just don't tell anybody. Oh, my defib hit me like yesterday. Feels as though a train hit me in the chest. Dude, I feel like I got my head run over by a fucking train yesterday. I shit you not. Man, you gotta watch. You get foggy in the spring, and next thing you know, you got a heat stroke. Well, that's what happened to me yesterday. I took a little too much heat. Luckily for me, I got into the house. I got cooled down. I vegged out on the couch. I had a really nutritious dinner. I had a Dairy Queen Blizzard for dinner last night. Smarties with extra Smarties. That was my dinner last night. So I really had a healthy, nutritious dinner last night. Yo cats, you up to, and how many cats you got? Dude, I got one. I got one cat. I got one cat, and she's 20 years old and still going strong. Hello, it's me again. Damn, you found us again, did you? He's 100% Canuck. It's not Canuck, Mr. Bees. It's not Canuck. It's Canuck. I know you're just ripping me a new ass, though. I know that's what you're doing. You're just ripping me a new ass. T21, there's our boy from PA. Good to see you, man. Damn good to see you, Sean. Wow, gang border? I don't know, man. Gotta run to the store. Yeah, right. Right. Take the word run out. Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever see Chicken Hawk running anywhere, don't ask questions. Just turn around and run in the same direction because something really bad is coming. Chicken Hawk doesn't run. I don't even think his fucking legs know how to run anymore. Stephanie could be laying in bed, butt naked, screaming, do me, Chicken Hawk, and he would still stroll on over. No running involved here. I'm calling bullshit on the running, Chicken Hawk. And Washington's so right down the street from Vancouver. Yeah, you can pretty much walk across from Washington, right? Well, you can actually. You can walk across from Washington State over into Vancouver. Why you'd want to would be another question. I don't have a goddamn clue. I wouldn't. We do go Buffalo today for niece. You got to go to Buffalo today for niece's funeral at 2 o'clock. Sorry to hear that, 21. My condolences to you, man. I'm sorry to hear that. That burp came from the toes. It felt like it. It really did. Those Dr. Peppers are being spiked. I got no Dr. Peppers here today. No, we're just doing coffee only today. Red Lady saying hi to Mr. B. Andy, good to see you, man. Good to see you. If you call me fucking old today, I'm going to boot you, you prick. You're as old as I am. You did many drugs in your life. Jimmy, is it obvious? Is it obvious? Yeah, we did a few. You are a gooey bum. Drizzy Dre with a name like that, of Drizzy Dre, I don't know whether to take you seriously, but am I a gooey bum? No, I'm not a gooey bum. Do I have a gooey bum? Nope, I don't have a gooey bum. But if it's something that you're infatuated with or it's a problem that you have, I'm sure you should seek medical attention if you've got a gooey bum. Stacy Lynn, hello, I'm new here. How are you? Stacy Lynn, I'm doing really well today, man. I really am. I'm just sitting out here. We watched the sun come up, kinda. And now we just turn the camera around and we're just shooting shit. Anything you want to talk about, Stacy, throw a topic up and somebody will make a comment and we will talk about it. Spit or swallow? I don't, you know what, that's not a problem that I have or a decision I've ever had to make. But if it's something that you do, well, you know, put your preference up. If you like to spit or swallow, that's entirely up to you. What's the drug comment? What's the drug comment all about? No need at all. Oh, dude, you kidding me? I'm a recovered drug addict, so. Canada got rid of its mental hospitals. This guy was a patient. Nope, never got locked up. Never got locked up into a mental facility. Got locked up in other form, but never got locked up in a mental facility. Never seen the padded walls. Never seen the padded walls. Not today. So if Trump buys Canada, are you then American? Mr. Bees, you and I both know, and you are right, probably the one guy that I know that is most deeply delved into the conspiracies and the truth and the facts of everything on the political frontier between Canada, U.S., and especially the U.S. and the business of politics and the dirtiness that goes on. You know more than most people, and I acknowledge that and recognize that. But if you think for a split second that Trumpy Trump and the United States can buy Canada, you're out of your fucking mind. And I know for a fact you are out of your fucking mind. Look at this. I opened my mouth. Oldie, you're old. Here we go. Bring it on. Bring it on. I got big shoulders here. I'll carry the weight. Bring it on. I feel fucking old today in this rain. Andy, rain doesn't bother me. I don't mind rain. I don't have to shovel it and it's not cold. So I don't mind rain. I don't even mind going for a walk in the rain. It's actually not I don't mind it at all. But am I a big fan of snow? Fuck no. Yeah, it's obvious. It's incredibly obvious that you did drugs. Well, just know this. I lived through it. I have a gooey bum when the heat's over 110. Dude, any of us would have a gooey. I'd be a gooey puddle. Never mind a gooey bum. Hello from Poland. I was like, you're a long way away, brother. I'm in Canada. We should be fishing. Dirty Money. I'm not a fisherman, believe it or not. As a Canadian, I don't hunt, I don't fish, and I don't play hockey. Believe it or not. What's your job? Mainly, I'm a truck driver. I'm a truck driver. I drive truck. I'm an owner-operator, and I'm a long-time OTR truck driver. It's supposed to get up to 100 degrees today. I love the heat. Red lady, there's something fucking wrong with you. It's the red hair. It's the redhead. Because just that statement alone means that you're totally mentally unfucking stable. 100 fucking degrees today and you love the heat? No way. I would rather freeze than fry any day of the week. I'd rather be cold. If I'm cold, I can put something on and warm up. But red lady, once you're sitting around the house and it's 100 fucking degrees outside, once you strip down to naked, you're still hot. You're still hot. It's uncomfortable. You live near Napanee. That's almost a mental institution. Just saying. Okay, that's a good point. Yeah, I lived. I was 15 minutes outside of. About 15 minutes outside of Napanee. That's actually a drug haven. They got a massive drug problem in Napanee. That's a mental haven. They got a bunch of mental people that need to be. So yeah, I'll give you that one. You win this battle. You didn't win the war, but you won that battle. He was too crazy for the mental hospital. They sent him to the zoo. That might be a truth. Hello, do you remember me? Jeffrey, I would love to sit and say that I remember you. I really, truly would. Unfortunately, man, there are 1,000 names that go through here in a day, in a week. I do this 7 days in a row. So I'm going to see about 7. So unless you say or do something that absolutely jumps off the screen at me, if all you're doing is saying hi or do you remember, I'm sorry, brother, I don't. Are you a transicrat? Adam, what kind of question is that? Only libtards chase the bones Don throws. Oh, are we gonna walk down the aisle today? Are we gonna walk down that aisle we went down yesterday? We got pretty fucking deep yesterday, Dirty Money. Let's keep it a little light today. Death asked life, why do people love you but hate me? Then life answered, because I am a beautiful lie and you are an undeniable truth. Damn, Telex. I can't disagree with that, right? I can't disagree with that. It's absolutely true. Are you Irish? No. My heritage is Icelandic, Scottish, German, and like I said the other day, there's something else. I can't remember what it was. But I did that, Ancestry.ca thing where you take the swab, you send it in, and they give you your DNA heritage. I did that. So basically, the main portion of my heritage was from Iceland, and then Scotland, then German. So basically, I'm a drunk Viking. Right? The Scottish and the Iceland, so I'm a drunk Viking. Do I drink Bud Light? No, I don't drink at all. Hi, my friend. Where are you from? Deadpool Man, we're sitting over here in Alberta, Canada. I think the crow... Oh, sorry, Mr. Bees. What was that? I think it's craziest and dumbest thing I've heard from the news. I'm 100% against the whole day thing. Mr. Bees, you don't want Canada. Will Canada ever win another cup? Probably. Probably. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. Like, look around, Dirty Money, right? Canada, first of all, Canada has the best, arguably, the best hockey players in the world. We produce the best hockey players in the world. Mostly because we have the most ice time and we have, the longest winters and da-da-da-da-da. So we produce some of the best hockey players in the world. If you need proof of that, go look at any NHL team. American, Canadian, doesn't make any difference. All of the best players on those teams are either Canadian or European. So And if you look at Stanley Cups, I think Canada's won its fair share, considering you got to think about our population, right? There's only 47 million people in all of Canada. There's 350 million people in the U.S. So when you do the ratio comparison for population per players, we're absolutely killing it, right? Canadians are absolutely killing it. So yeah, we make some. We really do produce the best hockey players in the world. Woo! Somebody's getting deleted. Look at that. Someone has to be cannon fodder. Well, Mr. B's just dropped the hammer. Absolutely. Word, what's going on here? Nomad? I'm just killing time, bro. I'm just absolutely killing time. I've got a full coffee. I got a full fucking coffee. And I got about half a pack of smokes, so we are good for the rest of this live. When basically the way we run it is we're going to talk about anything and everything you want to talk about. No topic is off limits, but let's shy away from politics for a while. We killed the shit out of that yesterday. Yeah, stop spamming. Well, Mr. B seems to have taken care of that. Alberta, Canada, USA, 51st state. Frank, not happening. Do you need a friend to help you with work? No, absolutely not. Would you be the first in line with Gorilla or last in line with Bonnie Blue? Nick, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Someone boot this magic prick. I think he's gone. I think he's gone. So boring and disgusting video. Well, Pierre, I tell you what. If I'm so boring, go get your own channel and you do it. That's all I'm going to say to you. Yeah, I didn't force you to sit here. I'm not making you watch me, right? I have no reign on you. You stopped, looked, saw something, made a comment. Thank you for the view. You just pushed my algorithm. Thank you. But if you think this is boring, you go do it. I do this for 4 to 5 hours every day. If you can sit in front of a camera and do this for 5 hours, then go fucking do it. What are you talking to me about? I'll come watch you. Pierre, go get your own channel and you go do it, and I'll come into your channel and critique you, man. Not that I give a flying fuck about you critiquing me. I really don't give a fuck. I am a male. I hope so. Mrs. B's is going to be really fucking disappointed. I am a male that identify as a lesbian. My pronouns are eat. Mr. B's, you finally got me on one. I haven't heard that one. I haven't heard that one. Where are the moderators? Well, Mr. B is killing it right now. Am I the guy from Mythbusters? No, I wish I was. I would have blown up some serious shit. Never mind the stuff those guys on that Jamie and whatever the other guy's name is. If I was on Mythbusters, you guys would have seen some good shit, some real cool shit getting blown up. You really would. Hope your Saturday is a blessed one. Cribby, we're doing okay, man. We really are. I don't, Batata, I don't know. I can't translate that, man. But thanks, I guess. I missed the political talk yesterday. Frank, yeah, we kind of went, we didn't go down the rabbit hole. Frank, we fell down it. We tripped, stumbled, and fell head first down that fucking rabbit hole yesterday. Let me tell you, it was ugly. It was actually, no, that's a lie. It wasn't ugly. It was interesting, informative, and I actually learned a few things, which I'm grateful for. But it's one of those areas that you can burn out a lot of brain cells when you're talking politics. And trust me, brother, I don't have a lot of brain cells to waste these days. Davey Farms, I think this is fun. Well, hey, man, thanks. And you know what? The fact that you're in here and I like the shit that you talk about and I like the things that you say, you're just adding to it, you know? If you've got something you want to talk about, anybody wants to throw up, you guys go throw it up. I stole my girlfriend's lighter. She's going to be pissed. You are goated. Let them talk. Let them talk shit. You know what? I don't care if they talk or not, Frank. Like I said, if you're going to troll my channel and come in here and make a comment, thank you for the view. 4 to 5 hours you should spend with your kids. My kids are all grown up, dude. Logan, my oldest daughter, I got 6 kids, and my oldest daughter is 33. My youngest daughter is 23. They've all left the nest. They are, I've got two of my kids, 2 of my girls live in Alberta here. They don't live with me, but they live in Alberta and they live on their own. And the other 4, I got 2 kids that live overseas. One lives in Australia, one lives in Bali, Indonesia, and I've got 2 other kids and they live in Ontario, Canada. So how would you like me to spend? I've raised my children. My children have been raised. They've all got college and university educations. They've all left home and they're all out there in the world making their own way. And they're killing it. They are absolutely killing it. Why can't I be a girl? Atomic, who says you can't? Have you been following the London hockey trial? No, I have not. Nicholas, I have not been following it. I'd be honest, I don't even know what you're talking. Adam and Jamie, thank you. Dizzy Peanut, thank you very much. I couldn't remember Adam's name, but Jamie I knew. I used to watch the show. It was interesting. But let me tell you, if I was on that show, oh, you'd have seen some good shit getting blown up. Some good shit. When is the fundraiser? July 5th. The date was set a week and a half ago, July 5th, for the beard shave. You'll notice I'm getting a little scruffy. I don't have, usually by this point, I've got the full big, beard, red lady by now. I didn't go that route this year. I'm just going to keep it trimmed and neat, but I'm going to have the beard. And yes, it will be coming off on July 5th. And again, red lady, I don't know if you know this or not. Forgotten Angels is getting our money again this year. We did really well last year, raising $12,800 for them. And this year they're going to get our money again. You got more brain cells than the orange one. He'll 99% of the time world population has more brain cells than him, than the orange one. You're talking about Mr. Trumpy Trump? You're the best dad. Oh, I try. I'm doing my best. Right now I'm a dad to an aging cat and an aging dog. Laugh my ass off. Canada sucks. Well, you're entitled to your opinion, even if it's wrong. Have you ever? You've never obviously been to Canada. Canada doesn't suck. The people are fantastic. The country is enormous. Second largest country in the world, square mile wise. The country is beautiful. We got everything. Everything. We got oceans on each coast. We got mountains. We got some of the most beautiful mountains in the world. We got prairies. We've got the most freshwater lakes in the world. The freshwater lakes, we have more freshwater lakes in Canada than any other country in the world. We have lakes in Canada, brother, that no humans ever stepped foot in. I could take you to some of these lakes and you'd be the first person. Canada does not suck. Our government, the face of our government, sucked balls. And they can all suck a bag of dicks, as far as I'm concerned. Don't let them get to you. Oh, nobody gets to me. Tony, I am Canadian and I want Canada to become 51st state. Why? Why? There's nothing that in the U.S. that would benefit Canada to become a 51st state. Why? Do you want their health care? Right? Do you want their health care? I don't. What about America is so enthralled you that you need to become an American? If you don't like Canada and you're a Canadian and you don't like Canada, go move to the U.S. There's nothing stopping you. My brother, I love you. Thanks, man, for the live. I'll check in with you this week. Answer my call. I will. Or like I said, Millie, I'll call you. If your number hasn't changed, I'll call you. I've still got it. And I'll call you, and then you'll have my number. Can we talk about Hitler? You really want to talk about Hitler? There's not a whole lot to say about Hitler. It's pretty well documented. Happy birthday. Well, it's not my birthday. Jay Badger, I own a beard product company. That is actually kind of cool because I've had it on the back burner for a while. I'm looking at where I was looking at, but now I'm in Alberta, so I've got to restart my research. I am looking for a beard product and beard oil, like some kind of beard products or a line of products for the channel, like a Wheel Burner Express beard oil or something like that. And then we can offer, and we'll sell that and give most of the money or whatever the portion of the money that once we cover our costs, give the money to Forgotten Angels or a charity. So if you own a beard product company, that's pretty cool, man. Oh, good. They are definitely worthy of the cost. No, yeah, they are, Red Lady. And I think we're just going to make that every year. Okay, cool. So you want a set of boards? Yeah, I do. I do. How I'm going to get them is beyond me. Because I live even farther from you than I did last year. Greets from Germany, my friend. Serious Snap? Snape is Snape. Sorry, Serious Snape. Nice name, man. That's a pretty cool handle you got there. We have all that too, except the lakes. Well, it's nice, but I'm Canadian. Ryan, we've gone down this road. I don't begrudge at all the Americans. I love the Americans. I love going into the U.S. I love being in the U.S. I got a lot of friends there. I would no way, shape, or form run down America as a country. It's still the most powerful country in the world, and that's just the way it is. But you know what? I'm quite content and happy to be a Canadian. I do like how they treat the First Nation people, though. In Canada, well, we haven't always treated them the best, although they are treated much better now than they used to be. I say that. Kristen, hey, Canada from England, UK. Hey, Kristen, do me a favor, Kristen. Go over to Buckingham Palace and tell King Charles to stay the hell out of my country, please. You guys can keep him over there. Keep him over there. That was embarrassing. That was embarrassing having him come over here and give that little speech and everything like that. Again, that's no reflection upon your country or your countrymen or your people, but damn it, keep your monarchy over there. We can't afford your monarchy over here. The problem with Canada, okay, everybody listen up. Mr. B's going to solve the problem right here. Is it's friggin' cold, but the country and the people are just awesome. But the government is the same as well. It is. It's not friggin' cold. Mr. B's, it's going to be 86 degrees here today. It's probably, it's 20 degrees right now, Celsius. So that's got to be what? 70 something, right? It's only 9:30 in the morning for me. It's already 70 fucking degrees, 70 something degrees out here. It is not, it's only cold in the winter. You know, and if you look at it realistically, if you look at the border, follow the border all the way from Washington and British Columbia, all the way across the country, there are portions of Canada that are farther south than some of your U.S. states. North Dakota is farther north than parts of Canada. Canada is farther south than some of that. So, you know, yeah, it's cold here in the winter, but North Dakota gets the same weather. Nebraska gets the same weather. Montana, all of those states get the same weather as we do here. They really do. What's your thought on increasing immigration from India and Pakistan? I don't have a thought on that. Well, my thought on that is if the immigration system in Canada worked properly, I would have no issue with that. I got no problem. Canada as a whole country and the U.S. is the same boat. You need immigration. You have to have it. Because if you just keep your population and your population only and there's no immigration, your economy and your country's growth will outgrow your population, right? The economy grows faster than you can populate it. So you need to bring in the immigration. That's what the immigration system was originally set up for in the 30s and 40s, was to bring in workforce to make up the difference, because the economy grows faster than the population does. Saying that, if it was used like that and that's how it worked properly, then I'd have no problem with it. I don't. But the way it works now, where they're just bringing everybody in, throwing money at them and free housing, no, I don't believe that. I don't believe in that. Free healthcare is so important. Well, in Canada, don't kid yourself. The world thinks we have free healthcare, but it's not free. We do pay for it. We pay for it through our taxes. So, and if you come to Canada, our taxes are a little bit higher than, say, you pay in the US or other countries around the world. But part of that is that I can go to the hospital, or I can take my wife to the hospital and my wife can have a baby. We can have the baby, all the stuff that goes with it, and we go home and we don't see a bill. In the United States, you go into the hospital and you have a baby, and unless you have health care coverage that you're paying for, you're going to get a $20,000 bill by the time you leave the hospital with your child. So we pay for it in taxes. America is great. If it wasn't, you would have went elsewhere. Dominique, I'm nowhere, in no way, shape, or form would I ever run down the United States. Like I said, in my entire trucking career, I've spent more years of my life in the U.S. than I probably have in Canada. I've been to all 48 states. I love the U.S., but I'm a Canadian. And I said this yesterday, so I want you to think about this. Let's turn it around, okay? Americans are proud. They're a proud people. They really are. Just go and ask one. They'll tell you. They scream from the top of the mountain that they are the greatest, they are the best, and rightly so. I do the same thing about my country, right? My country is the best, and I'm proud to be Canadian. You're an American, your country is the best, and you're proud to be an American. But as an American, I want you to think about this. You have a population of 350-something million people. Canada has a population of 47 million people. And you guys are always talking about, oh, yeah, we're going to take over Canada, and Canada's become the 51st state. Let's reverse the roles. How would you as an American feel that if me as a Canadian, if the roles were reversed, if we had a 350 million person population and you guys had 47 million people, and I turned to you and said, yep, Canada is going to take over the United States and you guys are going to become the fucking 11th province. What would you guys think of that? 99.999% of you would be screaming, fuck no. Absolutely not. We're American. We're proud. We're not becoming Canadians. So it's the same thing for us, right? It's the exact same thing for us. We're Canadians, man. We're not getting taken over by the U.S. Why would there's no benefit for us to do that. Hey, what are you doing? Maddie, I'm doing this, is what I'm doing. What are you doing? The U.S., you know what? The U.S. doesn't suck. Stop trashing the country you live in. I would never trash Canada. I will trash the shit out of our government. I would trash the hell out of our government, or as Mr. Bees likes to say, the gooberment. I got no problem running their dick into the dirt. We've got people in power in politics that should be in jail, right? Realistically, that should be in jail, right? We're being run by a bunch of fucking future convicts right now. Cross the bridge from Detroit to Windsor. It's like going from BW to color, black and white to color in Wizard of Oz. It really is. It is. Canada is beautiful. It really is. People in Germany love Canada. Well, there's a lot of countries, and that's one of the great things. Like I said, I've never been to Europe, but I've obviously been Canada, the US, and I've been down to the Caribbean. And I can honestly say that when they find out that you're from Canada, they relax a little more. People relax a little more. Oh, you're from Canada. Oh, just the fact that you're Canadian, other countries do love us. I don't know why. It must just be our dashing good looks and personalities. He fled to Argentina. He did not die in 1944 or whatever. Who, Hitler? Who knows? I know that fucking dirty cocksucker's got to be dead by now, though. Kristen says Europe loves Canada. Most of Europe is very sociable with Canada, and they should be. Unfortunately, again, Kristen, our government has put some, stupid fucking wedges in between by doing some and saying some stupid things. Way better weather would be great. Same in North Europe. I don't complain. You know what? I don't complain about the weather here. You know what? I'm Canadian, for Christ's sake. I'm 55 years old. That means I was born in the winter. My birth date falls in the winter, so I've seen 55 winters. I've lived through 55 winters. There's no sense complaining about it. There's no sense doing, fucking jumping up and down and being pissed off that I live in a cold climate country in the winter. Go to Europe. They got the same thing over there. And like I said, you go to, Wisconsin, North Dakota, Montana, Washington. Well, not Washington, they're on the East Coast. They just get a lot of rain. But any of those bordering countries that are like the northern bordering U.S. countries, Michigan, right? Pennsylvania, New York State, they get all the same weather that we do. All the same weather that we do. Canada would be awesome. You guys have snow and nice weather. I'm so over the 38-degree plus for months at a time, and Australia is hot. Dizzy Peanut, that's one thing that my daughter does say. Like, my daughter lives in Melbourne, and she does, but being a Canadian and living there now, she's been there a while now, so she's acclimatized herself to the climate. But it was very difficult for her, right? When you guys have your summer down there, like that's experiencing heat that we don't have here. And she said the very first year was absolutely fucking brutal. Absolutely brutal. How about Wheel Burner Express hot massage oil or Wheel Burner Express nipple wax? Chicken Hawk, if you can figure out the way to do it. I'm not sitting at home with a chemical set making my own, right? I have to hook up with a company that will make what I want for me and then, supply me with it. I got no problem with nipple wax. Hot massage oil, I got no problem with that. My girl would love that, right? Either one of them she'd probably love. Hell, so would I. You want to throw some fucking hot nipple wax my way? I'll take that. A mental state of mind. Love that name. Love that name. How you doing, man? What happened to the trucking industry in Canada after all the Indian drivers took over, to be honest about it? They did. They came in the late 90s, early 2000s is when the major influx came over. They saturated the market at that time. You got to remember this, and it's by not really no fault of the Indians or the Pakistanis that came over and basically it's oversaturated the trucking industry. They came over here from their country. A lot of them weren't ready to drive in the snow. They weren't ready to drive in certain weather. They were certainly not accustomed to driving on major interstates and highways and everything like that. So that's probably why they got one of the reasons they got a bad name was because they racked up a lot of equipment. They really did, and in some cases they still do. Right, you get new drivers that are from India or Pakistan or even some of the other countries over there, and they come over here and they get a 6 to 8 week training course, and then they're set loose with a truck. You got 80,000 pounds that run 70 miles an hour, and they're running trucks into the ditch. They're flopping over and off ramps. They're killing themselves in the snow in the winter. So that has happened. And as it has hurt the market. But I do think that over the last, say, 10 years, it's leveled back off again. Okay, it has leveled back off again. I have some very good friends of mine that are two of them are Indian. One of them is a Pakistani. One of them is Afghani. And I'd run down the highway with any one of these guys. One of them's a woman. And I'd run down the highway with any of them. On my back door. I'd have their back or they'd have my back, and I got no problem running down the highway with them. Hello from South Carolina. Well, we got representation from South Carolina. We got representation from North Carolina. Last year, the boards hit $2,600. We just have to deduct shipping. We will work something out. Unfortunately, this year, I'm gonna be a little stunted on my end on setting this up and getting it done, but it's gonna get done. It's just I'm having to work a little harder at it this year. Don't smoke. Oh my God, don't smoke. That's horrible. I'm in Ontario and it's 12 degrees. I was born and raised in Ontario. I was born in Toronto, raised in the GTA area. Believe me, I have no love for Ontario. It's a beautiful province once you get up north. But I really have no use for Ontario or the politics of Ontario or the way of life in Ontario. I find that like you in Ontario, here's the difference between Ontario and say Alberta or Saskatchewan or the western provinces. In Ontario, and say let's use the GTA, the Greater Toronto Area. So like Toronto, Etobicoke, Scarborough, Markham, fucking Concord, Mississauga, Oakville, Burlington, all of the Malton, Bolton, that whole area there. If you were to walk down the street in downtown Toronto, okay, just let's say randomly, you've got a coffee in your hand and you're walking down the street, everybody's got their head down and they are in a hurry to get where they're going. Everybody, as far as I know, just not as far as I know, as far as I've seen, because I've been there. Nobody's got their head up. Nobody's looking around. Everybody's got their head down, and they're always like it's like an ant hill. Everybody's scurrying around and this and that. You come out here and I did it a few weeks ago because I was in Calgary I was downtown Calgary, and I was just standing outside. My girl was at the dentist, so I went and walked across the street and got a coffee, and then I was standing on basically like standing on the corner, leaning against a lamppost, looking at my phone, having a smoke, and everybody says good morning. Everybody says hello. Nobody's running around. You don't see people like ding, 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 ding up the sidewalk like this, dodging. It's just a slower pace of life, right? Nobody's in a hurry to get anywhere. They're going to get there, but they're not ready to bowl over a little gaggle of gray-haired old ladies to get where they're going, right? It's really not. It's a slower, more relaxed pace of life out here, and I love it. I love it. Well, I got a bee trying to make home here. No, he's gone. Dude, just stop. It starts getting cold in September and don't start to get warm again until February. That's like 5 months. It doesn't get cold in September. Dude, we're still wearing shorts and t-shirts in September. Okay? It doesn't start to get like cold, noticeably cold until the end of October, maybe into November. Okay? And then it goes, this is all you count the end of November. Then, of course, you got December, January, February, and it starts warming up in March. You're just spoiled. Mr. B, start getting cold. Canada is so cold, they don't even use refrigerator. Oh, I have a refrigerator and a freezer. I will stay here, thank you. Well, you know what? Stay there. I'll come visit you. What if you would go to see your younger daughter, a younger self? What would you say? You mean like what advice would I give my younger self? Don't be afraid to try new things. If there's something out there you want to do, go do it. Try new things. Don't let fear grip you and rule your life. Whatever you're afraid of or things you're afraid of doing, do them. There are only 2 seasons in Canada, fall and winter. Oh, for Christ's sake, get a life. Our monarchy brings in millions to our economy, so we are good with them. Does Canada not get money from having head of state? You know what, Kristen? I don't know. So much has changed over the last 20 years with the way the monarchy, like, our government is voted on by the people. The monarchy has no say in our people, in our voting, or our politicians, or our prime ministers, or premiers, or MPs, or anything like that. I think the only thing that the monarchy in Canada has a say in is our attorney general. I think. I could be wrong. Somebody can maybe look that up, because things have changed a lot over the years. But do we need the monarchy in our country? The monarchy, the king coming to our country, or when Queen Elizabeth came to our country, did it benefit us any? No, not really. Does the fact that we have, the monarchy on our money, does that help us at all? No, not really. Toes Trucking, good to see you, man. Tutti Frutti, nice name. In the U.S., we have to pay taxes and pay the hospital bill. We just getting a routine checkup is like $600+ See, I wouldn't do that. If I got to go to the doctor right now for like my routine checkup for my annual physical or whatever they're doing, I just go. My doctor usually calls me and says, okay, you're due for, your checkup or whatever like that. You go, you have your checkup, everything's good. They do all the tests. Like then you go get your blood work done and all your shit. I never see a bill for any of that. Canada's going to be your 61st state. 61st. Well, you've only got, 48? Yeah, I never paid more than £8. 51st, excuse me. Well, okay, you're forgiven. Super Slav, Canada doesn't have the internet. It's a big it's a big glacier. Yeah. Our biggest population in Canada is penguins and baby seals, Oh, God, that's funny as shit. That's called patriotism for your country, no matter where you're from. Jet agreed. Absolutely agreed. Tanya Brown just subscribed. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Can you give me a shout out? Victoria Shepherd, there you go. There's your free one. Mr. B, hello, sir. All is well. Unlike Canada, it's 76 degrees here in Florida and 24 degrees for our Canadian friends. Well, it's the exact same here. It's right now, I'm 2 hours behind you, Chicken Hawk, right? So it's 21, now it's 21 degrees Celsius, which is fucking 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's going up to 30 degrees Celsius, so I'm going to be in the high 80s today. So there you go. Kiss my ass. I say that with love. Stephanie I'm back with a fucking authority. Kick in that door, Stephanie. I love it. Atta girl. Don't want the liberal voters. Stay Canada. Love you, though. Jeffrey, you know what? You guys got, in the U.S., you guys got liberals, too. They're called Democrats. Same party, different name, dude. Republicans are the same as our conservatives, right? Literally. That's how it works. If you look at both party platforms, they're not exactly the same, but they are very similar. There are a lot of similarities between the conservatives and the Republicans and the liberals and the Democrats. So you got liberals, dude. They're just called Democrats. Trash Canada, he yelled at a guy for piss. That was pretty funny, actually. That was pretty funny. There's no reason for a truck to pull up in the parking lot here and the guy to get out and have a piss when the bathroom is 50 yards away. The fucking bathroom is right there. Right fucking there, okay? And the guy was right fucking here, just about 10 feet off my fucking car taking a piss. Canada has never attacked anything. Oh my God, Frank, where are you? What country are you from? Canadians had a huge mission and a job, and were largely responsible for fucking the D-Day landings. Dude, go look that up, man. Juno Beach, that was all Canadians. And there were Canadian divisions spread out all the way across the whole front on D-Day. Canada has invaded. Believe me. our Canadian military, our special forces, our J2F guys, they're overseas right now working with your Deltas and your SEALs and the Brits SAS. So believe me, they're out there working. Just because you don't know about it doesn't mean, doesn't mean they're not there. I think the world's longest recorded shot from a sniper is still, well, it was a Canadian, then it was taken by a Brit, and then it was a American. Now I think it's back to Canada. So yeah, we're a busy little country. You just don't know it. We don't stand there and scream at the top of our lungs, our military's here fighting. No, they just go in and take care of the job and then come home. His blood is as thick as mud, like a sludge. Well, I'll give you that one. Yeah, I am. Of course, you were born in the winter. It's always winter in Canada. Chicken Hawk, you keep riding my dick, you're going to get your ass pushed in. Russia's the only good thing that came out of Canada. Larry Dickman, you can have fucking Russia, like I said earlier, Russia, I'm proud that they're Canadian, and they're a trio, and they're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but I can't listen to them. Great band. Neil Peart, arguably the best drummer in the world of all time. But as soon as Geddy Lee opens his mouth and starts singing, man, I would listen to a fucking person running 10 nails down a chalkboard before I'll listen to Geddy Lee. Cannot do it. Europe lays there like a prostitute. England is finished but won't pull out. Australia is another super progressive country going downhill fast. I don't know. One of my kids that lives there, and she likes it. Canada has good hockey teams. Canada has great hockey teams. We have great hockey players. I'm back. Look at that, Doty. Doty must be bored down in Vegas. Did you win? Hey, Brian, let's make a deal. You can have Michigan and we can keep Alberta. Deal? No way. What the fuck? Doty, what are we going to get out of Michigan? The state is broke. The city of Detroit's been bankrupt for what, 12, 15 years? What on God's green earth? The only thing in Michigan that's worth a shit is Shannon Thomas. Other than that, no, man. Absolutely not. You keep Michigan. I tell you what, you give us Montana, North Dakota, and Wisconsin, and we'll give you Nova Scotia. I'll make you that deal. Can you say, what are you so mad about? Well, you're jumping on the Chicken Hawk fucking train here with. He laughs every time I say, because the way I talk with being Canadian, I say about. Yeah, fuck whatever. About. Your lives give me advice on my things. Well, hey, I'm glad you're here to get advice on your things. I learn as much from you guys in a 4 or 5 hour live as you ever fucking get from me, believe me. After 12 years of marriage, my sex life is going through a bit of a rough patch. Then she got a wax. Woo! You got to step that up, Putty Cat. Your jokes are usually a lot better than that. Everyone's saying hi, going down the road. There's Brown Chicken. There's Boy. How you doing? Popping in to say hi. Good morning. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. I'm planning on opening a combined cocktail bar and waxing salon. I'm going to call it Jen and Barrett. There you go. There you go. We're getting better. There you go. Are you a military veteran? No, unfortunately, I'm not. And I say that, unfortunately, I'm not. I have very, very, very few regrets in my life. And I live my life that way. But one regret that I do have, and I've openly said this before, is that I did not, and I have not ever served my country in the military. I do my very best, and I've passed this on to my children, and their mother, my kid's mother also has passed it on, that when you see military veterans out and about, I said that, about, when you see military veterans out and about, help them out. Help them out. For example, like if I'm out for dinner and there's, you know, a couple of uniformed people, service members, military people, if they're eating dinner, we've paid for their dinner. We don't let them know who paid for it, but we just grab the waitress, bring them over. We'll pay for the. That's the only way that I can actually serve in a way like that, because I did not serve actively in the military, and I regret that. I wish that I had served my country in that way. But there are other ways that I can go about, my children can go about that can, you know, maybe make up for that. But let's face it. If you're in the Canadian Armed Forces, you're fucking poor, right? I don't know what the U.S. military pays, but the Canadian military, they're asking you to put on a uniform and pick up a weapon and go stand on that front line in front of me, protecting me and my family and my rights, and you're willing to give your life for that. You should be paid better for it. Financially, you should be paid better for it. Mr. B's, you can only have one mom, not moms. Hit the thumbs up. Yeah, I appreciate that. We're at 132 likes. We're doing pretty good this morning. I do appreciate the likes. Thank you very much. I would call it open up and say, ouch. Yeah, that's what I hear. Dude, I don't know how women get waxed. I don't know how the fuck they do that, especially down on their cooch. No way. Not a chance in hell would I allow someone to pour. Like, if you're going to pour hot wax on my nipples like Chicken Hawk's talking, that's one thing. But if you think you're fucking pouring wax all over my chest and you're ripping hair, that ain't going down in my house. Not a chance. And if my girl's watching, don't get any ideas. It's not happening. Wet and soggy Nova Scotia over here. Well, that's because you deserve it. That's because you deserve it. Like and sub. Hey, Serious Snape, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. I think that would be a hit. Yeah, Putty Cat comes up with some pretty good shit. Every once in a while he bombs, but usually he comes up with some pretty good shit. GTA means something totally different in America. Well, yeah, it's a video game. I think it's the world's biggest fucking video game, or maybe Call of Duty is, but yeah, GTA, and in Ontario, the GTA is the Greater Toronto Area. And then it means the video game. Or it actually might be the video game for, I don't know. I don't play the video game. My kids do. I think that's just city life. You know what? That could be, but you know, different cities are live a different way. You go to Toronto, man, it's like an ant colony. It's like looking at the top. It's like take your foot and kick an ant hill and watch all hell break loose. That's Toronto. You don't have that out here. You can go to even Winnipeg is far enough out west, but you get out to Edmonton or Alberta, you get out to Calgary or Edmonton or Red Deer. People don't live that way. They really don't live that way. And as far as liberal robots, RG, Alberta is a conservative state. Province, sorry. State. Look at me. I'm already fucking giving it away. It's a conservative province. There are liberals here, but it is mostly a conservative province. So the hubbub and everything, no. Hi from Calgary. Pratik Sharma. Hi from Calgary. Well, dude, I'm about 40 minutes away from you. 40, depending on where in Calgary you live. If you live in the north or southeast, I'm about 40 minutes away from you. I'm just out here in Strathmore. I live near the border to the Netherlands. I don't know, is that good or is that bad? I don't know if it's good or bad. Dizzy Peanuts from Australia. Brian's going to need a mod because I got to go. Everyone have a great day and good seeing everyone again, and be safe. All right, Mr. Bees. Brown Chicken is here. Not sure how long Brown Chicken's going to stick around, but he's got a pretty big hammer. He likes to throw it down when the trolls get out of control. Chicken Hawk's pretty good with the hammer as well. Brain, yeah, man, figure it out. Dude, do they not teach you how to spell in North Carolina? Brain, like, mind you, I've heard that 100 times. Yo, what up, Lee? We're just hanging and banging, scratching. I would love to go to Europe, like all of Europe. Dizzy Peanut, my two oldest girls have been all through Europe. They took several years off actually it was during and at the end of COVID, and they backpacked. They did the backpack thing all the way through Europe. I can't tell you what countries. Every time they checked in, they were somewhere new. But they backpacked all the way through Europe. Took them not several months. It took them better part of a year to do all of Europe. Am I that ambitious? Fuck no. Not a chance. Prince Eugene, go ahead and ask any question you want. New research shows porn gives young people an unrealistic and unhealthy idea of how quickly a plumber will come to your house. Yeah, exactly. Don't the King of England oversee Canada? No, Brown Chicken, the King of England doesn't have any legal bearing or right over Canada at all. Brown Chicken's pretty quick, hey? Chicken Hawk's pretty quick this morning, too. Speed, shut the hell up. Speed, I didn't tell you to stop and watch. Keep strolling. Stroll on by, son. You look like an old man from a sticker on Android. Okay, thanks. Light it up, son. Well, I'm just so far behind in the comments. I've already smoked the cigarette before I even got to comment. Did the King of England and all of King's men invade Canada? No, that was Humpty Dumpty. Sorry. On the bright side, trolls are bringing views. That's just the way I look at it. If you guys can put up with it and the mods can handle it, I got no problem with it. You guys just keep fucking dropping it. The temperature of the king's rectum was when attacking was 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, it's been a long time since a king has attacked Canada, let me tell you. A teenager jumps into the bus and exclaims, "I've lost my virginity." The old man says, "Super. Sit down and tell us tell us about it all." The boy replies, "Nah, my ass is still sore." Are you Canadian? Alina, yes, I'm Canadian. I am. As a German who had muchos World War II history in school, I confirm what he said. There you go. Thank you very much. Metric is so much easier. Why doesn't the U.S.? The U.S. did adopt it. They did. I think it was back in the 70s. They adopted it and they tried it and they couldn't make it. It was too simple for them. Dizzy Peanut, it was too simple for them. The metric system was way too simple for them. But and now in speaking that, being a Canadian, and I grew up with the metric system, learned it in school and blah, 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 blah. But then my entire trucking career, I bounced back and forth between Canada and the U.S. I am now also like pretty much imperial, like U.S. Everything I do is in gallons, yards, feet, pounds, tons. Everything I do is in that now. I know what a millimeter is, a centimeter, a liter, and I know what it is. But when I think now of somebody says something, every day I automatically think gallons, inches, feet first, and then I will think, the metric. So, good afternoon. How are you? First time watching. Have a great day. Blessings. Linda Lewis, thank you very much. It's still morning for me. I'm at 10 o'clock in the morning where I am in Alberta, Canada. But if it's afternoon for you, good afternoon, sweetheart. I hope you're having a good day. Best band to come out of Canada is, oh, Jesus. Maybe band-wise, excuse me. I don't know. I think the best, we've got some great artists that have come out of Canada. I guess the biggest and most well-known band would probably be Nickelback or the Guess Who, right? But the Guess Who isn't really relevant today. But like we've got, Bryan Adams, Shania Twain, Celine Dion. Who else? Like we've got a lot of performers, like musical performers that come out of Canada. But I don't know, best band. I don't know. When I'm thinking of my favorite top 10 bands, none of them are Canadian. None of them are Canadian. There are some negative aspects to Canadian healthcare system. Isn't this correct? People cannot always get life-saving operations. Well, Rachel, yes and no. It doesn't matter what the system is. Canadian healthcare, American healthcare. There's going to be loopholes and pitfalls to everything. Do we have a wait time for serious operations? Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Most of that is because we just don't have as many hospitals. We don't have, because remember, in the U.S., all the hospitals in the U.S. are privately owned. They're businesses. In Canada, it's not run that way, right? Most of our hospitals are funded by the government or by the provincial government, federal government, and outside sources, right? But they're not owned privately. Like, I can't open a hospital in Canada. In the US, if I had $1 billion, I could go open a hospital. I can't do that. So we don't have as many, and we don't have. Now, are you going to wait for a life-saving operation? Chances are no. But they will probably put it off as long as they absolutely can before they give it to you. So, yes, you are right, Rachel, in that aspect. But it may not be as bad as you think. It's not as bad as you think it is. Got to go. Another great stream. Stay safe. Frank, come on back. Great to see you, man. How the hell are you? Thank you. Whole U.S. is broke. Well, serious. Right now, the U.S. is Trump has got his tariffs in. And he's trying to fill the treasury. And that's for a reason. Where are you? I'd love to wear your skin. Well, skin tag, you're welcome to give that a try. We'll see how that works out for you. But dude, I'm in Alberta, Canada. If you want to come over and try to track me down, have at it. The longest confirmed combat sniper hit was made by a Ukrainian sniper. I'm not going to pronounce that. In November 2023, during the Russian invasion, the shot was fired from a distance of 3,800 meters, 1,260, 1,200, 12,000. That's 12,000. 12,000. I don't think you meant 12,000. 12,467 feet. A mile is only 1,760 feet. So I don't think he fired from fucking 5 miles away or 6 miles away. I think the longest confirmed shot is somewhere around the 3 mile mark, something like that. Canadians love being talking behind American protection. Austin, that's not necessarily true. Don't get me wrong. It's always nice to have when your neighbor has the biggest stick in the yard. Do we hide behind American protection? No. No. I think you're just saying that to hear yourself say it, because that's not the case. Dizzy Peanut, that's absolutely true. It doesn't get any easier, right? In Canada, when it's 0, it's freezing. So if it's -5, it's 5 degrees below 0. It's 5 degrees below freezing. When it's -50, it's 50 below. In the US, freezing is 32. So 0 metric equals 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Where did you come up with the number 30 to make 32 freezing? Right? If you're going to go minus or minus or above, start at 0. Right? Start at 0. Why would you start at 32? Right? That doesn't make sense to me. From a simplicity standpoint, it doesn't make sense to me. Stephanie, oh, neither have I. Sounds like a plan. Okay, you guys are fucking at it again. 32 freezing. 212 is boiling. Well, in Canada, yeah, like I said, 0 is freezing and 100 degrees is boiling. Skin tag, I love you. There you go. Skin tag's getting a little love. Chris Matthews saying hi. Did BC change their name to bring cash? They should have. Diarman, they absolutely should have. It is absolutely ridiculous to live in BC, Vancouver or Victoria. The price to live there is off the hook. It really is. It's probably, I think Vancouver is now taken over from Toronto as the most expensive city. It bounces back and forth between Toronto and Vancouver. I'm number 2. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. You just go with what you think. Where are you from? Ashish? I'm in Canada. I'm Canadian. Alberta, Canada. This is your kind of life? Well, you know what? Bokizzy, fucking hang out. Bring something up, talk about it. Let's fucking shoot the shit. Ooh, Brian, do I have to explain it to you? You take hot wax and never mind. Never mind. Yeah. Women can handle pain better than us guys. That's the truth. You ever squeeze a bowling ball out of your dick? Not this guy. Not this guy. I like your tattoo. I like your tattoo. My mom does tattoos. Oh, cool. Cool. Thanks, man. This one's not finished. I'm down to about here. I got about a half sleeve, full half sleeve going. I've got some fill-in work to get done up here, but I've got to finish the rest of this. And then I've got another piece up here, but we're going to finish the rest of this as well. It's just a matter of time. And up here right now, the tattoo artists, the good tattoo artists are busy. You're booking 8 months out. For the good quality, like recognized, like award-winning tattoo artists, like the guy that does all my work, he's back in Ontario. And for me to get an appointment with Dave right now, I would be outwards of a year. Woo, here's a nightmare for you. Your beard getting all waxed. Roman, that is not happening. That is not happening. My beard getting waxed? No, absolutely not. Dude, you know, I cry like a little bitch when somebody grabs my arm hair and rips that out. Can you imagine fucking getting your beard or your pubes or your ass? No, absolutely not. Leave it alone. I'll trim it. Fuck, you're not waxing it. Roman, waxing a beard isn't even possible. The hair is completely different. Well, I'll take your word for it. Graph love, I really will, but it's still not happening. Still ain't happening. Royal blood, don't ask again. Knock it off. Do you make more money driving OTR or local? Probably OTR. Probably OTR, to be honest with you. OTR, you can make really good money local, but local drivers aren't appreciated, especially in Canada here, in any of the major cities. Like you're gonna take a truck with LTL loads and you're gonna run through the major metropolitan cities, and they're gonna pay you $21 to $25 an hour. You know, so for example, take a guy that's got like 25 years driving OTR driving experience, and you're going to hand him a job paying $25 an hour. You know, that kind of quality and that kind of experience, you pay for. And then trucking companies wonder why they're racking up fucking trucks like tonnage numbers, like their ships being sunk, for Christ's sake. It's because they're running guys through the major cities that aren't experienced. Why? Because they're only paying 18 to $25 an hour. Right? You put the pay up to where it should be, to 35 to $40 an hour, you're going to get good quality experienced drivers, and all that money that you're spending on that wage, you're going to save in the accidents. So the OTR guys are making more money right now. Hey, Grandpa, nice to meet you. Well, good to see you too, grandson. I love pork chops. Yeah, you would. Name a car for an edit. I'll tell you what. A 1963 split window Corvette. 1963 split window Corvette. Somebody go Google that. Go look at that car. Absolute sexiest car in the world, man. You can look at that car on any angle, from any direction. It looks like it's doing 800 miles an hour sitting still. Awesome car. Poor performance, shitty engine. Car, fantastic. Sexy as hell. Scotland waiting for her freedom. You've been waiting a long fucking time, dude. Becca, blah, blah, blah. Well, back at you, Becca. Nobody made you sit here. Nobody's making you watch. I'm not holding you by the shoulders, Becca, saying, oh, you're going to sit here and watch me. The metric system is universal, just trying to be different. You know what? They're a stubborn bunch down there. They are. And now I have to carry around two fucking wrench sets. Well, that's it. If you're working on vehicles, everybody's got that 10 millimeter, right? That 10 millimeter wrench. You got to have one. That's wrong. Gen X, it's the English Civil War that caused the monarchy to lose most of its autonomy. Duncan, if that be the case, I stand corrected. Believe me, I don't fucking know everything. Trust me, I don't know. 608 for me. Okay, so you were saying 608. It's now 6:14 for you, so I'm what, 8 minutes behind in the chat. Not too bad. You look cute, Daddy. Woo! Lonus, be careful. Hello, I'm back. I was on here a couple of days ago, maybe more, and I had a tummy ache. And you tell me about ginger ale. I remember you, Ella. Thank you for coming back. You're very welcome. If the ginger ale worked for you, hopefully it did. Oh, look, I am number one. Stephanie, you made me number one. Wow. Yeah, he's got number one, and it's standing at attention right now. Sophia's saying hi. What do you think about weed? I don't smoke weed. I don't smoke pot. I don't smoke weed in any way, shape, or form. But honestly, I got no problem with it if anybody does. My kids smoke it. Friends. To me, weed is the same as having a drink. If you're gonna go out, if you can go out to the bar and you can have a beer and you can sit there and drink scotch or whiskey or whatever. If you can go have a drink, you should be able to smoke a joint. Simple as that. I can't break it down any easier than that, man. I have 3 Canadian bands in my top 75. Well, yeah, okay, I might have 3 in my top 75. Gen X Rising, obviously there's more than one reason, but they broke the bank trying to beat us, and they were in the midst of a war with Spain. You know what? I'll be honest with you, Gen X Rising, I don't care about the monarchy. I really don't. Like I said yesterday, I made this comment yesterday, and a couple of people got snippy with me, and that's fine. You got that right. This is just my opinion and how I feel about it. The Royals have done nothing for us over here. Okay, yes, they bring millions of dollars to the economy of Great Britain and England because of tourism and this and that and whatever, right? But they do nothing for us over here. I really don't give a fucking rat's ass about King Chuck or Princess Margaret, or I don't care. I really don't care. The only royal that did any good with her, with their fame or their royalty, and that was Princess Diana. She was the only one. And she wasn't even a true royal because she married into it. But she was probably the only royal that had my respect based on her philanthropy work and her charity work and using her name and her status as a royal to get things done around the world. Other than that, I can give a rat's ass about the whole rest of them. Mel Lee, Loverboy. I forgot all about Loverboy. They're actually still fucking touring. Do you know that? That band is still on fucking tour these days. Not a bad band back in the 80s, early 90s. They had a couple of really good albums. They did really well. Nevada Maverick, good to see you. Just glad you didn't say Justin Bieber. Oh, fuck. Justin. Justin who? Justin what? Did you ever get bullied in your entire year of school? Please answer my question, please, because I'm not trying to upset you. Bob Gum, there's nothing you're going to say that's going to upset me. Was I ever bullied in school? No more than any average kid from my day and age. You know, I went to school. You know, I was born in the 60s, so my schooling would have been early to mid 70s, and all through the 80s. Well, you know, I finished high school in 1987. So was I bullied in school? My high school years, no, absolutely not. Middle school years, like grade 6, 7, and 8, probably not really. No. Early, like primary school, like from kindergarten up to grade 5, probably no more than anybody else. No, I wasn't really bullied. But on the other hand, I was raised by a father that wouldn't allow that anyway. Right? I was raised by a father that had a very hard iron fist and a very short temper and a bad fucking temper. And if I was bullied, and I was always taught that you don't allow yourself to be bullied. If somebody's bullying you, you take care of it right there, whether it be on the school grounds or fucking wherever it is. You do not allow yourself to be bullied. And that's the way both my brother and I were raised. Now, does that mean that I got into a lot of fights and took care? No. But nobody really came at me very often. Very often. YouTube survey, which is better, Big Mac or Whopper? Whopper all day long. Double Whopper with cheese and bacon. As well as dealing with the pirate surge, war with Spain, and a war against the colonies destroyed their economy and pissed off the citizens. 3 football fields is considered short to mid-range. What, for snipers? Whoop, old man, old man. Yeah. Alberta is a great place to live. Great outdoors and culture diversity. Oh, Mel, you can do anything out here. You can hunt, you can fish, you can ride, you can bucket it. You can go to the mountains. There's no shortage of shit to do. If you live in Alberta and you're gonna go, I'm bored, you need a life. You need a kick in the ass. Mikey is back. You're back for more punishment, are you? Well, you just keep coming back, Mikey. Unk failed chemistry. No, actually, Unk did really well in chemistry. I did really well in chemistry. I enjoyed chemicals. Why do you have tattoos? It's just a personal choice. All of the work that I have done to me is a personal choice of what it is. This whole partial sleeve here is I've got 6 children, and each separate piece is a representation of one of my kids. And so it's a personal thing. Easy. We looked at the thermometer, and when water froze, it was 32 degrees. 32 degrees with what? You had to have 32 degrees on the thermometer. So who was the idiot to put the freezing point at 32 degrees? Think deeper, Chicken Hawk. You're not thinking deep enough. Why does he have free will? Why does who have free will? Why do I have free will? Because that is my right as a person. That is my right as a citizen. That is my right as a human being to have free will. Free thinking and the ability to have free will. That's your right too, Dark. Bro's a boomer. I am not a boomer. At 55, I am not a boomer. My parents were boomers, right? My mom and dad, right? They were the boomer generation was a result of the end of World War II. All the men coming home and knocking up their women. And let's face it, if you were a soldier in World War II, the first thing you're doing when you get home is after you've had that first drink is you're jumping your wife or you're jumping your woman into bed. And so the boomers, those were my parents. You know, my dad was born in 45. My mom was born in 48. Legalize cannabis worldwide. Cannabis is a medicine. I got no problem with that at all. Go for it. Why is the freezing and boiling point of water your standard for 100 and 0? Because, Jordan, it doesn't get any simpler, right? Water freezing is 0. So when it's -5, it's 5 degrees below 0. In Imperial, if it's -5, that means it's 26 degrees or 25 degrees. That doesn't make fucking sense. To me, 25 degrees is hot outside. Right? 25 degrees where I'm sitting here right now. It's 25 degrees Celsius. But if you say to me it's 25 degrees Fahrenheit, that means it's -5 or 6 or 7 degrees. It just makes it simpler to figure out. 0 is the starting point. Anything above is plus, right? Obviously, we're not rocket scientists here. Let's figure it out. Anything above 0 is a plus. So when it's 30 degrees, it's fucking hot. When it's -30, it's fucking cold. It doesn't get any simpler. At 32, right, you have to run all the way up to 80 degrees to be hot. From 32 to 80 degrees, that's a big jump. That's 50 fucking something degrees, right? Or 48 degrees difference. For me, at 30 degrees, it's 30 degrees. It's a 30 degree difference from 30 degrees hot to back down to 0. Did I ever party with a Sasquatch? I refuse to answer that question on the chance that I might incriminate myself. Can I speak Iranian? No. For me, moon compassion, everything falling out of the pond when I match energy. Okay. I'm going to just scroll up here. Widowmaker. Ooh. Canada must be part of the USA. William. Well, we're past that. We were talking about that over an hour ago. It's not a 64, Andrew. They didn't make the split window Corvette. They only made it for 1 year. It was in 1963. They made it for 1 year and 1 year only. It's a one-off model, and if you try to buy one today, you're going to pay ridiculous for it. 64 had a 427, 420. No. I think it had like probably, I think it was like a 286 4-speed manual. It wasn't a performance car. Like that year and make and those years and makes and models, they weren't. They handled horribly. They were underpowered, but to look at that car is absolutely gorgeous. Have I ever done acid? Yeah, a few times. A few times. Weed makes me giggle. When I used to smoke weed, and I didn't smoke the only time I really used marijuana was when I was coming down from a real bad coke binge, like a long coke binge, 3, 4, 5 days, and you finally got a crash. I started smoking pot like it was going out, like a whole field of pot, just to bring myself down a little easier so the crash didn't kill me. Nice cuppy cup. You like that? Send me some money. I tell you what, Juanita, you send it to me first, I'll send it back to you. Please remember to take a drink of water while you're streaming. Yeah, where were you yesterday when I damn near fucking dehydrated myself? Peace, chat, and to the mods. There you go. Very nice. Thank you very much, Supreme View. Where did you grow up? I grew up in Toronto. I grew up in Toronto. I was born in Toronto, raised like the GTA area. Best bands from Australia: AC/DC, NXS, Icehouse. AC/DC, I'll agree with. NXS, not a big fan, never really was. Icehouse, okay. The paper dollar following is nothing. The paper dollar following? Dude, money is just a symbol. Money is useless. Paper money is fucking useless today. I don't know about you, but if you're following the dollar bills, you're crazy. Please don't let the bullies win. But the bullies in the end always lose. Are you ex-military? No, Phoenix, I'm not. Good luck. My dad knows the sheriff. Okay. You guys are absolutely I have cancer. Sorry to hear it, man. Hopefully you will pick that up or pick up some help and get some help for that. Sterling Wheel, I miss Tyke Trucking. I miss Tyke Trucking right now too. I love having Tyke in the chat. I love his honesty. I love his absolute brutal honesty. I love having Tyke Trucking in my chat. I really do. And I miss him when he's not here. English, please, man. Yeah, you guys, if you're going to put comments, try to stick to English. The likelihood that you do have free will can be easily disproved. You feel like you do, but feels aren't logic. Benjamin, I kind of not following your thinking here. That you do have free will can be easily disproved. You feel like you do, but I think you mean feelings, aren't logic. Well, logic doesn't fucking rule the world. It doesn't. Sense and sensibility rules the world. Whether you like that or not. Sense and sensibility is what rules the world. The lack of sense and sensibility is what causes problems in the world. Not logic. When you hear somebody go, well, the only logical conclusion to this, I tune right the fuck out. I'm gone. Water freezing is 32 degrees. I know. Combat Jack, I fucking know. But it doesn't make sense at 32 degrees. It makes more sense at 0. I'm going to argue that all day long. I'm subscribing and leaving. I'm spreading positivity today. Metal Cannon, you do that, man. Get out there and spread some love. Make sure she approves and it's welcome, right? Before you do it, make sure she wants the love. Why is water freezing your baseline? Well, what would it be? Right? There's got to be a baseline for the degrees. So why would you not start at 0? Anything above 0 is a plus temperature. It's warming. Anything below 0 would be cooling. The farther below 0 you get, the colder it gets. The farther above 0 you get, the warmer it gets. Dude, It doesn't get any easier. That's the fucking simplest way in the world to figure that out. What are boomers? They're called baby boomers because it was a boom generation. There was so many people were born, the population grew, and it boomed. It was such a huge boom. And that's why they were called baby boomers. How did you find out? I just found out I have a tumor on my humerus bone. Why not hydrogen freezing or something else? Why water? You know what, dude? That is a really fucking good question. Why did they use water? Excellent question. I don't have an answer. I really don't. I don't have an answer. If I had one, I'd be happy to give it to you. But in this case here, why they use water as the baseline point? I don't know. Why didn't they use alcohol? I don't know. Why didn't they use hydrogen, like you said? I don't know. I guess water was probably the most plentiful thing and the most obvious thing around them, right? When they were coming up with these theories or coming up with these measurements. Water is everywhere. Right? We got more water than we got anything else. Donnell, that's what I'm talking about. Spirit realm with these dollar bill following. Saw a prostitute for the car following. You didn't see one. You didn't see one following my car. My girl's only not even 3 miles away. You see a fucking prostitute pull up to this fucking car, you better know that she's going to be getting a golf club to the back of the head. What was the Iron Duke Corvette? Aussie Jace, the Iron Duke Corvette. Aussie, you got me. You got me. Aussie, I don't know the Iron Duke Corvette. I don't have the ability to pull up, the Google here to find that out. But now you piqued my interest because I've never heard of an Iron Duke Corvette. I'm not a Corvette guy. Like for me, for my cars that I like, the cars that I love and everything like that are all early 60s into the 70s. And then most of the 70s and 80s cars can fuck off and go away. And then you get into some of the 90s cars. Opar guy, like I'm a Dodge guy. So I'm all about cars. I'm all about the Hellcats and the Demons and the SRTs and the TRX. I am all about that. Although I do appreciate the new Corvette. I will appreciate, I've never driven one, but I'll appreciate the GT350 Mustang, that kind of stuff. But when I think about a Mustang that I want a 65, 66, 67. Corvettes, I want 63, 64, 65. Mopar, I want 68, 69, 70. Those are my muscle car years that I get off on. Camden, Grandpa, what are you doing? I'm smoking a cigarette. Standing for my principles, Spirit Rock in the solar panel. Donnell, I got absolutely no problem with you or anybody else standing up for your principles. I may not understand what the hell you're talking about, but I'll respect it. Did you get like GTA San Andreas? I never played it. I never played it. Chris Berry, I grew up in Kelowna. I've been through Kelowna, BC. Beautiful fucking place. You grew up there. You were blessed. You look old to be on live here, What's your definition of old? What's your definition of old? Everybody's, definition of old is different. I might look like I'm old. I'm 50. I'm 55, man. Is that old? When I was 20, I used to think somebody in their 40s or mid 40s was old. When I was 30, I used to think people in their 50s and 60s were old. When I got to be 50, now I'm 55. To me, an old person is somebody in their 90s scratching at 100. That's to me is old. I guess it's age is a perspective of how you feel. I'm 55 and I feel good. I feel great. What do you do for work? I'm a truck driver. Brian Dodds, get a razor. No, we're not getting a razor. Where are you from? Well, I'm from Alberta, Canada. As of today, and as far as I can visually remember, spirit realm, I'm only committed to survival. I can do that anywhere. You're fortunate if you can do that. There's probably about 90% of the population couldn't. Hey, what's your favorite group? My favorite band? That's too many. Zeppelin, The Band, Leonard Skinner. I'm telling you, like, there's just too many to name. I already answered that. You need a haircut and a shave. A haircut? What are you kidding? Who needs a haircut? And a shave? No, we don't need a shave. We're doing all right with the beard. Batshit crazy? Damn good to see you, man. How the hell are you? Dad, what are you doing? Well, Ella, is your room clean? Did you do your homework? You got your shit done? Get off YouTube until your shit's done. When you're done, you can come back. Aliens must have built the pyramids because there ain't no way Africans built them shits. Well, you gotta actually put some thought into that, because if you think about it, and I was my girl and I were over at a friend's place, and there was a top, and they were talking about the pyramids. Those goddamn pyramids are built so perfect and so precise and so exact, like they align with the fucking stars, and they were built however many years, like hundreds of thousands of years, whatever they were built, I don't know. And all of the material, all of the rock that was built, none of that rock is in that area. It all had to be brought in. How did they do that? With what they had back then. They didn't have cranes and transport trucks and bulldozers and, measuring stick. Fuck. But yet those pyramids are absolutely perfect. You can't slide a piece of paper between two of those fucking stones. Brooke Wilson, there's your shout out. That one's free. Dark, I'm new to watching YouTube. I have no clue what that is. Hey, Sirius, I'm the other gender and the real one. 90s JDM perfect. Ooh, Tyler. No, don't say that. Don't say that. Gabriel, Fahrenheit, who set 0 Fahrenheit as the stable temperature of a mix of ice, water, and salt. Gabriel Fahrenheit. Who's okay? So we're gonna get an education here. Thanks, Ryan. Oh, let's learn something. He then set 32 as the temperature of an equal mix of water and ice, and set 96 to be the approximate human. It still doesn't make sense to me. Really, Ryan, it still doesn't make sense to me. 0 makes sense. I'm on Trust Spirit Realm. That's very trusting of you. Hi, does your car have a turbo? Can it go 350 miles an hour like my uncle's car? Dr. Snorkel, no, my car does not have a turbo, and it does not go 350 miles an hour. But I will tell you this. If this car could go 350 miles an hour, I would take it to 350 miles an hour. I would drive that. I would take it that fast. I am an absolute speed freak, okay, when it comes to cars, motorcycles, shit like that. If you hand me the keys to a car, and my brother can attest to this, because my brother works for Dodge, and when I used to live in Ontario, I'd bring a load into Calgary, and I'd do a reset in Calgary, and I'd go to my brother's place and spend the weekend, like the Friday, Saturday, Sunday at my brother's place, and every time I'd show up, he'd hand me the keys to another car. So I've taken, he's handed me I've had a Hellcat Charger, a Hellcat Challenger, I've had the TRX, I've had all of the SRTs. If you hand me the keys to a car and say, oh, this car will do 150 miles an hour, I'll be back later that afternoon, and I'll let you know whether it went 150 miles an hour or not, or faster. I'm from Vancouver Island. Rainy Girl, the good name if you're from Vancouver Island. You got the right name for it. Smoking isn't good at your age. There's a lot of shit that's not good at my age. And the list is probably as long as my arm and my leg. But you know what? Those things will probably kill me long before a cigarette will. Vertically challenged, Jesus loves you. Well, thank you very much. Jesus loves you too, I think. Any funny, good, or bad, interesting truck driving stories? Crazy legs? Crazy, yeah. But if I'm going to start telling stories, we'll be here all goddamn day. Really, honestly. But believe me, I've seen the best that humanity has to offer in trucking all these years in my life, but I've also seen the worst that humanity has to offer, and I've seen some horrible things happen in front of me on a highway or on a road that I wish I could unsee. Randy Rhoads, arguably one of the best of all time. Mark, I will agree to that. Green River is the best song. A little CCR. I like me some CCR too. Dimitri, there's your shout out. Smoking is bad for your body. Do you know how many things daily? Here, the one and only drummer here. I can put a stop to this right now. You guys are going to sit there and go, smoking's bad, stop smoking. Okay? Diabetes is the #1 killer in the United States and Canada of people. Diabetes. #1 killer of people in the United States. Smoking is somewhere down the line. It's not even #2 or #3. Okay? Diabetes. Now, if I was sitting here eating a Snickers bar, would any of you say a goddamn word to me about that? No, you'd all be going, oh, can I have a bite of your Snickers bar? Not a word. I light up a fucking cigarette and you guys come unglued. Why is that? I'm just saying, man. Right? Just saying. Dimitri, knock it off. What cigarette are we smoking? I'm smoking Canadian Lights. They fell off a truck. Every word, Father Time, the politics with forgiveness. Yee, you're on another level, man. FPE edits, $1.99. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Very generous of you. Thank you. We will take that and forward that to our charity of choice, the Forgotten Angels. We appreciate that. Thank you. Troy Rise, don't give him any money. If you give me money, I'm going to go out and get drunk right now. Like I'll be at the bar over there as soon as this live ends, and so far donated today, we've got $6.85 Canadian. That won't even buy a beer here. What the hell? You can say it, Maurice. What the hell? I don't know. 6 times seeing you, Camping CPAC. Well, you keep coming back, man. If you like the punishment, keep coming back. He just used salt water instead of fresh water as his baseline. We're still talking about that? Oh, come on, Ryan. I don't have enough memory left in here, right? I gotta delete some memory to start putting new shit in there. So don't bombard me with new shit to learn. Another $1.99. Troy, why not? Troy Royce, why not? Oh, he's asking why not donate. It's to a good cause. It really is. It's not like I keep them. Like I said, there's $6.85. We don't need $6.85 over here, so we just pass it along to somebody else who's going to need it. Daddy always said, "Be true to your teeth, and they won't be false to you." Crimson Ghost, you're killing me. Ronald, okay, this will be good. Everybody, pay attention. You got my attention with the sperm. The sperm made the hardest journey to become a live human on this earth, based on the fact, why do humans decide to destroy other human lives? Your opinion, please. Because it is our human nature. Unfortunately, the human species is in different tiers, and at certain levels, they're always going to look down upon other people. And other people that aren't the same as them. And you know what? that has to be, that gets taken care of, and that gets, you will just, these people over here of one stature will destroy these people over here just because they're not of that stature. And that's human nature. Unfortunately, it's born and bred, we're born and bred that way, right? We are not naturally people that will go out and be loving and caring and supportive and help the world. We have to be taught that. It's easier to be, and this is, Ronald, this is a simple fact. It's easier to run somebody down and keep them down than it is to build them up and keep them up. So it's the easier, softer way. That's why we destroy other human lives. I'm always amazed that so many people are concerned about Brian's smoking habits. Exactly, eh? Like I said, though, if I was eating a Snickers bar, nobody'd say a goddamn word. What's the difference between value truck sales and macro truck sales compared to premier trucks? I see them all in here in Mississauga. Probably not a whole lot. You will probably be able to buy pretty much the same truck at all three dealers, probably within a couple of $1,000 of each other. Really. It's the sales staff that you're going to deal with. I've never dealt with macro. I've been to macro. I've seen value, same thing. I've shopped there. Like I said, I will shop different places. When I'm buying a truck, I will go to this place, get in with the sales guy and make my deal, and then go, okay, I'm going to go think about this. And then I'm going to go to macro and make my deal and go, okay, I'm going to think about this. And then when I've got 2 or 3 deals made, right? I haven't signed anything. I haven't offered any money. All I've done is made the deal and got my price. I'm going to take all 3 of them, and I'm going to go home, and I'm going to start picking up the phone, and I'm going to start bouncing them off each other, because they all want you to buy the truck. And they will work with you if they know that you can get that same truck. If I've got this truck over here and you've got the exact, Premier's got the exact same truck over here, and this guy's is 129,000 and Premier's is 125, this guy's going to want to work with you. He doesn't want you buying it from Premier. Really, that's the only difference. We just a little unhinged because Saturday? Oh man, you have never seen me unhinged. Yeah. It's been a long time since I've had a wheel burner burnout. It's really have. Exactly. Brian shouldn't be smoking. Hold on while I eat this giant piece of cake. Yeah. It's 2:40 a.m. here. I am off to bed. Hope everyone has an awesome... Well, yeah, I think you're in Australia, so yeah, you're tomorrow. Hey, as long as it's tomorrow, what are my lottery numbers today? I wish it worked that way. I really do. I really do. Name. I just took great piss in my kitchen sink. We've all done it. They got to crank up the Skeletor to tell me about themselves. Okay, Bobby Kohler, good afternoon. See what the fuck you walked into, Bobby? I don't have a clue what's going on in here. Not a goddamn clue. But we're in the middle of it, so if you've got any way to figure out what's going on, fuck man, let me know, would you? I just took her. Yeah, we already know. Heisenberg, great show. Great show. Fahrenheit and Celsius for subtle to changes. Fahrenheit to subtle. Fahrenheit to Celsius for subtle to changes. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. It's you. Oh my God, I can't believe my eyes. Okay, Tyler, believe your eyes. It's me. Say hello back. Okay, Shanda Leatherwood. Sunshine, there you go. Dave Id. That's a really fucking cool way to put that. What if you do a live, the amount of donations you get, you have to drink in beers, all in one stream? Well, first of all, David, I can't have that. I'll take the money and donate it, but I can't take the money and drink the beers because I'm a recovered drug addict and I don't drink, and I don't do drugs. So it would be interesting though if you guys put $150 in there. And I was still a still active drinking and drug addict, I'd definitely drink all $150 worth and probably go and do another 150 on my own money on top of that. Tommy Hawk 92. Hi, Brian. I don't suppose you remember me from the lives last year when I used to hang around in the chat, but I finally got my C&E truck license in the UK. Got a job doing containers if I did 2 year. Tommy Hawk sounds familiar, but I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. It doesn't, like, it sounds familiar, but I can't say if it was from a couple of years ago. Thousands of names have come through here since then. But you know what, man? If you've got your license and you're actually working and things are working for you, and you know, you're getting paid, congratulations, my friend. Absolutely, congratulations, and good for you. What would you count as experience for moving to Canada? For trucking, Tommy, if you're going to come to Canada and do trucking, 2 years. 2 years. Most companies, the mega carriers, will take you after a year. They say 2 years, but they'll take you after a year. In most cases, 2 years. Most companies will take you after 2 years. I would probably, if I was you, probably rack up 3 or 4 years where you're at, just in wheel time. Get as much wheel time as you can. You know, that means experience. Get as much experience as you can if you're thinking of coming over here into Canada and doing this. Do you have a CDL? Yes, I do. Oh, damn, bro's sauce. Ooh, I'm close to you, man. Bro is Saga? Mississauga? I'm not Mississauga. Where are you at? 401 in Winston Churchill? David, that's 401 in Winston Churchill would be Meadowvale. No, that's not where I grew up. If you want to follow Winston Churchill down to Dundas, right? So I lived in Erin Mills, right? I'm born in Toronto, grew up in Mississauga pretty much my entire life, and then went back into Toronto in my teen years. But if the area I grew up in, if you're familiar with that area, the area I grew up in was Erin Mills. So if you take like Winston Churchill and Dundas down to Mississauga Road or Erin Mills Parkway, right? So Erin Mills Parkway, and then you go as far east as say Britannia, Derry Road. Go up to Derry Road. So that block there from Winston Churchill, from Derry Road to Dundas, and from, you know, that whole block there down south as far as say Mississauga Road or Erin Mills Parkway, those were my stomping grounds. Avea Page says, shut up. Avea Page, nobody's forcing you to listen, so fuck off. You better get the price in writing and show it to your bank so they give you a hookup. Well, Black Air Force Energy, he's actually getting his financing done outside the dealership or outside the bank. He's going to be pre-approved, so he can go in, and once he makes his deal, the money's already there. So that's that we don't have to worry about. At Tommy, from what I see, you don't need any experience to drive a truck in Canada. All you need is the driver's work visa. Well, you know, you need the experience. You need the experience. Chicken Hawk, I challenge you right now. I truly do. I know you like to take pot shots at me, so I'm going to take one back at you. I challenge you, Chicken Hawk, to get in your truck with your fully loaded truck with the reefer. Bring that beautiful Kenworth up to Canada. Actually, you're gonna be empty. I'm gonna start you in Mississauga or Oakville, empty. I'm gonna give you a pickup location in downtown Toronto, and then you're gonna get loaded and take that load. You only got to go 365 miles. You're gonna go to Montreal, and you're gonna deliver to Craft Services in downtown Montreal. I promise you, you will not enjoy it. As a truck driver with more years driving than even I've got, I promise you, you will suffer, stagger, and you will fucking shake your head. That is my challenge to you. Come and try that for Canadian trucking. Wheelburner is old. He can't remember who he met last week, much less... Dude, I can't remember what I had for breakfast this morning. Ever see the statistics of truckers who are serial killers? I've never seen that. I've never seen that number, but I would imagine there's a few. What better profession to have, right? You can kill somebody in Cali, and 2 days later you're in New York, and then you're in South Carolina. Whatever. Play one song at the top of each hour, surprise us each time. Ronald, I'd love to do that. I would love to be able to play music, but unfortunately, YouTube does not allow it. I will take a strike, right? I will actually take a strike against the channel if I play unapproved YouTube music. And there's nothing you can do about it. Christy Ritchie says, hi, bless your hearts. Thank you very much. Chuck, a bit harsh, haha. I was only asking about the experience in terms of being able to get a job. I think you are my dad. I don't think so. Well, fuck, I was going to say, I know who all my kids are, but there might be one or two out there still. I don't know. I did get that knock on the door and got, hi, congratulations, you're my father. You know, I did get that. It was one of those, I'm sitting around enjoying my life one day. I had 5 daughters and I was doing great. And all of a sudden I got an email one day and it says, hi, Brian Brown, nice to meet you. Do you remember such and such a person from this amount of years? You are my dad. And the DNA doesn't lie. So yeah, I had that actual experience in my life. And don't get me wrong, I don't regret a single minute of it. I do not regret a single minute. She is a fantastic kid. She is a great girl. She has a good life. Her mom and her dad who have raised her fucking have done an excellent fucking job. But it was, God, believe me, getting that email and getting that phone call, woohoo, let me fucking tell you, you wake up fast. It doesn't matter what you did the night before, how tired you are, and you're laying on the couch, you sit upright goddamn quick when you get one of those. And who's not to say there might be a few more? Just saying. Maybe one. Adopt you? What are you, out of your fucking mind? Give your head a shake. How can I contact you? My mom wants to call you. That'd be a neat trick. Why don't you put your email up here and I'll email your mom. Let me know what she wants to talk about first. Wheelburner, you are correct. There is no way I would go back to delivering freight to mainstream big box distribution centers when my gig ends. I'm done with trucking. Well, dude, you know what my status is and what I'm doing these days, and I don't blame you one single bit, Mike. Fuck. I'm amazed, bro, that you're still going strong at doing with the years that you've got. I was going to say at your age, but you're not old by any means. So, but with the amount of years that you've got driving, why you're still fucking doing it is beyond me. Oh, this fucker's almost done, and when I'm done, so are we. I've got, I think, 2 mouthfuls, so let's have one smoke. One smoke equals 2 mouthfuls, so this will be the last. When this one's gone, we're done. Hi from India. Shake Loss, good to see you. Davy Farms, no, Davy, fuck, Davy, you fucked it up. Okay, Davy, I need you to go back out. And when you come back, it has to be in capitals. It's got to be in capitals. And all you write is, I'm back. All in capitals. Davey, when you come back in, I want you to fucking kick the door open. Let us know you're here. Just with authority, man. Fucking kick it open. So go back out and come back in. Hello, mister. Hope you're having a good day. History with Cheyenne. I am having a really good day, man. I really am. I'm subscribed to you, and I'm 11. Well, Christy, I don't suggest that you hang out in this channel. I'll be honest with you. If you're 11, this is not a child-friendly channel. Like, I do occasionally swear. I say things that probably most 11-year-olds probably shouldn't hear. My channel is not rated for anyone really under 18. So if you're here, it's by your own doing. I just don't want to get an angry email from your mom or your dad because you're sitting on the couch and all of a sudden your mom hears me go, God damn motherfucking cock shit, fucking cunt, bitch, slut, and whore. Because I've done that. And I've gotten the angry email going, my son was watching you and I was like, oh, I didn't tell your son or daughter to watch me, But if you're still here and Mom says it's okay, Christy, thanks for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. Stack says I'm here. All right. Well, yeah, you obviously, Stacks, you didn't go out and come. You haven't been here, so you can't be back. So you're here. I appreciate your fucking love, though, brother. Thank you very much. Sam Suri says thank you. Jesus died on the cross for you. Repent. Rudolph. Well, he died on the cross. I guess if that's what you believe. I appreciate that. Thank you for the comment. I respect what you're saying. Thank you. Where am I? I'm in Canada. I'm a Canadian. Stop swearing. A lot of kids on this app. Maisie Joe Dancing. I didn't ask you to be here. I appreciate the fact you're a kid, but I didn't ask you to be here. My channel is properly rated in the proper, like I've got all the boxes ticked so that you guys really shouldn't be seeing this if you're a kid channel. But if you are, then if you're here, then I can't do anything about it. I can't do anything about it. Are you Popeyes? No, I'm not Popeyes. What are you doing? I'm smoking a smoke, having a coffee, talking to you guys, just shooting the shit. 56 in the house, 179 likes. Let's break 200 today. Let's break 200 likes. We need 21. 21 likes to break 200. Get out there, Lamine, hit the like button. Christy, hit the like button. 1800 mil, fucking hit that like button. F Electronics, hit it. You don't have to be nice about it. You can hit it, you can stroke it, you can poke it, you can fucking jerk off on it, just clean up the mess afterwards. I don't care what you do with it, but hit that goddamn like button. Diddy is God. Yeah, you know, God spelled backwards is dog. So, and Diddy's gonna be dogged, believe me, if he hasn't already been. I hope Diddy enjoys pegging. How old are you, Austin? I'm 55. Emily, I'm 55. Goofy, smoking, looking. Who you? Well, who you? You're entitled to that, I guess. Goofy, smoking, looking. I don't know who taught you how to type or how to spell or how to use proper grammar or sentence structure, but you do what you got to do. Can I give you money? Sure, I'll take your fucking money. All day long, I'll take your money. Throw some money at it. I'll be happy to take your money. The channel doesn't keep a dime, okay? It all goes to charity. So you throw it in, the charity be crappy. The charity be happy to take it. You're studying to be a cybersecurity analyst. What advice would I give someone like me? Be fucking honest. You know how many cybersecurity analysts there are out there that absolutely are crooked? Because once you've got that skill, you can do a lot of damage. So just be fucking honest. Breathe air. I'm breathing air just as much as anybody else. Diddy is going to be dog food, pretty much. Pretty much. Quit vaping. I'm not vaping. You're growing. Well, that's good. I'm glad. Hello, mister. You may have a long life ahead. Please enjoy every moment and make it healthy and enjoyable. So smoke less. I'll work on that. Okay, I'll work on that. Again, you know what, guys? It's the funny thing. I just said this 20 minutes ago? 20 minutes ago? Diabetes is the #1 killer of people in the United States. More than smoking and cancer and diabetes. But if I was sitting here eating a Snickers bar or a chocolate bar or mowing down fucking... Nobody would say a goddamn word to me about eating a Snickers bar. But if I light up a cigarette, you all lose your minds. J. Ray, good to see you, man. How the hell are you? You're getting in late, son. We're just about getting ready to wind this down and shut the door here. When this smoke is done and this coffee is done, I'm going home. 187 CRCTZ. Smoke more? Dude, if I had 2 mouths and 4 arms, I would. I love your YouTube channel. Anonymous 1938, appreciate that, man. Thanks. And you know what? I appreciate you having you here. Come on in, sit down, relax, enjoy yourself. Do I have teeth? Do I look like I have any teeth? Fuck no, I got no teeth. People don't know shit. Lamera, a lot of people don't know shit. Fuck, there's a lot of shit I don't know. I don't claim to know everything. We eat toxic shit daily. Dude, you go look on the side of a box of cereal. You know, all those cereals that say that are healthy, low fat, no cholesterol. Go look on the side of the box and see what's in that fucking cereal. It'll make you sick. You'll be smoking by tomorrow. Go read the box today. You'll be smoking tomorrow. Well, it was just a quick visit from me, and I'll try to jump in next time. Bye, everyone. Hey, Tommy, good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. Well, if you've been to one, then you're obviously not the same. You didn't come out of that Diddy party the same way you went in, I guarantee you. Diddy has requested some... Okay, Barry, here we go. Diddy has requested some Canadian baby oil and maybe a cat if you can spare one from your collection. Baby oil. Well, you know what? There's no baby oil in my... There's no Canadian baby oil in my collection. Up here, we're the sophisticated type, Barry. We use coconut oil. All right? Coconut oil. No baby oil. We use coconut oil. You got to get your Canadian facts right there, man. Right? And maybe a cat. Well, Diddy can get a cat anywhere. He's probably already got one or two. Yes, sir. I'm always sitting near Indy. Indy's not a bad city if you're trucking. Indy's not a bad city to get around. You can get around Indianapolis pretty easy. I've never had a bad experience going up and around or through Indy or delivering into Indy. No, don't leave, please. I love your YouTube channel. Oh, dude, you know what? I've been at this now for, what are we at, like 4 hours? You know, the mouth is getting tired, the brain's getting mushy. It is. You're 5 years old, then you are in the wrong place. Teophilia, what a name, Teophilia. Teophilia. It's Teophila or Teophia? Damn it, man. Try saying that name with no fucking teeth. The Rodriguez part I got. But the first name, Teophila, if you're 5 years old, you probably shouldn't be here. Because we don't know you have diabetes, also eating sweets when you have very low sugar is okay. But smoking, that's harmful every way. Yeah, but the diabetes is going to kill you faster than the smoking will. Bro, your lungs are going to be damaged. George, I'm going to be honest with you, man. With the amount of crack that I smoked back in the day, the damage to my lungs, these cigarettes are doing nothing. How'd you lose your teeth? I sneezed. Spread your cheeks, Unc. Oh, spread your cheeks, Unc. Come on now. Come on now. Charlie Plays says, hi, smoking is a sin, my brother. Well, it depends on where you're from, what you believe in, and, you know. Hi, random question. If you don't have to answer this, if you don't want to, but what would your message to the world be? Relax. Relax. Everything doesn't have to happen right fucking now, in the moment. It doesn't always. You don't have to have everything now. Fucking relax. Sit back. Look around. Maybe take some time and enjoy your fucking life. That's it. Nothing, absolutely nothing complicated here. Coconut oil lowers your testosterone. I don't think so. Ask my girl about that. Smoking a doobie? No doobie smoking here, man. Since when has the Bible said smoking is a sin? I don't know. I've never read the Bible. I'm going to miss Diddy. I had a contract to haul Diddy's baby oil. Yeah, that paid well, didn't it? Why are you people always in your cars streaming? Because about 4 hours ago, we sat here and we watched the sunrise. I'm not driving. And I come out here every single morning and we watch the sunrise. It's hard to do from my house because my house doesn't give a clear view of the sunrise. So that's why I'm sitting in the car doing what I do. Once the sun is up and, you know, the day has started, then we turn the camera around and you poor buggers got to sit and look at me. You have a great laugh. Laugh long, mister. Goodbye. I wish you a happy life. Hey, History, thanks for popping in here, man. I appreciate that. You smoke pot? No, I don't. I wish I could, but I don't. I wish I could, but I don't. Anyway, the smoke is gone. We're done. Here goes the last mouthful of coffee, so I think we're finished. We're at 202 likes. Thanks, guys, for getting us over the 200 mark today. I appreciate that. Really do. I lied. There's two mouthfuls of coffee. That's it, man. We done. That siren guy, God loves you. Thank you. I love you. I'm sure he loves you too. And we send love back to you as well. Thank you. I subscribe to the channel. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. I don't ask anybody to subscribe. If you do, fine. I appreciate it. I love it. Thank you. It does help. But you know, I like the likes. If you want to throw a like in there, I appreciate that. English or Spanish? Okay, this is the last question. Last question. English or Spanish? Well, I can't speak Spanish. I can barely fucking speak English. But I personally think Spanish is the sexiest language in the world. When you hear a woman speaking Spanish to you, I don't give a fuck what she's saying to me. A woman speaking Spanish could be looking at me going, you are the ugliest, dirtiest, stinkiest, rottenest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. But if she's saying that to me in Spanish, oh, I love the Spanish language. No language in the world is sexier than Spanish. Let me fucking tell you. Italian might be a close second, or French maybe, but Spanish, chicken hawk. Spanish. You know what I'm talking about. Chill out. Yeah, getting excited over Spanish. Anyway, that was the last question. I'm out of here. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Do whatever makes you happy. Just make sure it's legal and she's a consenting adult. And let's just get on with our day, and we'll see you tomorrow morning, man. We'll be back at it tomorrow morning, watch the sunrise, and we'll start this rolling train of bullshit again tomorrow and do it all again. Chicken Hawk, great to see you, man. Thanks for all your work today. Christy, you're still here. It's okay. It's all over the screen. There you go. Anyway, I'm out of here. See you down the road, guys.